All right. Yo, yo, yo. What's up? What's really good? It's your boy Brandon Bravon Towns. This is the second week in a row, Sports Plus Life post game show, post game NFL Week 13 wrap up. Now, before I get started, I have a couple of announcements that I want to make. First of all, shouting out to Tough Sports, my man Cash Sales. You want to be a real gamer, remain a true gamer, not have anybody all up in your business? Come to Two Tough Sports, where that Madden Gaming League streams on Twitch. And I'm a Holland Springs Springer. Sean is a Holland Springs Springer. Our Springers have advanced to the championship round, the state championship round, for the sixth time since 2015. We've won 5 rings. That's a motherfucking dynasty. So we Springers here. We are broadcasting on YouTube and Facebook. Holland Springs, stand up. We doing what we do. We about to bring that 6th ring home. We defeated Manchester. Excuse me. We defeated we play Freedom. Championship game is against the school called Freedom from Woodbridge. They're undefeated with 13-1. We're gonna do like Alabama did Georgia, and because that O has got to go. Anyway, with us, we have Aaron disguised as Bob. Y'all know Sean. Tough day for my homie. Tough day for me too. And live via Ceiling, it is Mark Brooks, aka Calvin Big C. What's up, fellas?
All right, going on.
What's good?
Not the day of football for me.
I tell you.
Okay. As far as and all 3 of these guys are in the prediction league now. It's really not a lot of movement as far as the prediction league goes. If anything, I was in second place. Lex gained the game up on me, but Tony might be tied with me as well. But we're going to start from the beginning. Let's start as far as recapping this week, because we didn't have to watch an overtime game like we did last week. Let's start from the very beginning. Thursday Night Football. Dallas Cowboys beat the Seattle Seahawks in a shootout. Sean, I will start with you. What was your takeaway from that Thursday night game, and particularly how today's late game impacts everything?
Of course, you're gonna start with me to talk about the damn Dallas Cowboys winning.
Yes, of course I would.
Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch?
Let's see how objective you about to
He
be.
comes straight at me like, "Here, talk about the winning. Fuck them Cowboys. Don't care."
Okay,
no, but
you know where I'm at with it.
Well, no, I mean, like I said, I picked them. I predicted them to win the game. It was a close game, closer than expected. The type of game that the Cowboys would lose, which they almost did, which they should have. And I don't even want to hear them talk anything about referees, bro, because that shit was egregious. All them goddamn pass interference calls. But I mean, like I said, I expected them to win. They won a tough, close game. That's all I'm gonna give them.
Okay, Aaron, a Boogie.
Straight up, I'm gonna have to echo it. I picked them to win this week too. I ain't gonna lie to you, they played well. I mean, Dak was what, 29, either 21 or 29 or 41, something like that. Almost 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. I think my man played pretty good. They played decently. They are somebody to pay attention to. I know we got them in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. So that's somebody to pay attention to. You can't fall asleep on them, that's for sure. Are they top tier? No, but they play pretty darn well. And I mean, they're a safe bet when it comes to playing somebody like the Seahawks. Good defensive game. I put it to you that way. That's my take.
Jerry Jones will not allow you to fall asleep on the Cowboys. He won't allow that to happen. I promise you that. Calvin, what was your takeaway from Thursday Night Football, which was a very entertaining game?
I picked Seahawks to win, and I almost got my bid. I was almost right. I didn't know they was gonna take them to the wire like that. I was just trying to shut it up. You know what I'm saying? But shit, shout out to
fuck you eating Lay's, nigga.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you eat Doritos or something, bro?
Oh no,
fuck you over there doing?
Nah, I mean they beat. It was a better game than everybody thought it was gonna be. You know what I'm saying? I was hoping the Seahawks won, but they didn't. But
we all were hoping that the Seahawks won. There's nobody on the screen that hoped that the Seahawks didn't win.
They still a spunky team, just like last year. You can't never really count them out. They dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So
who? The Cowboys or the Seahawks?
I'm talking about the Seahawks, son. I'm talking about the Seahawks. They still dangerous. They still spunky like they was last year. They was, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they played a good game. That nobody picked them. They was underdog, right?
They were the underdog, yes.
Okay. and you know what I'm saying. Even though they still lost, it was a better game than people gave them credit for to do.
Well, Geno Smith had a hell of a game. He had a hell of a game. 23 for 41, 334 yards, 3 TDs, and 1 pick. I mean, he outplays Dak, and with the exception of that 1 pick. Dak had 299 yards passing. So Dallas improves their record to 9-3. We will get into all situations, all playoff possibilities, and current seedings as the show goes along, because this has been a day. Now, let's go ahead and get into today's games. Well, let's go ahead and start with the Colts and the Titans. I bring up the Colts and the Titans because Calvin, I said this to you earlier when I talked to you. Sneaky Coach of the Year candidate, Steichen from the Colts. Sneaky, because you have to think about it. Anthony Richardson was your starting quarterback, first-round draft pick. He's been out since about October, and they're 7-5 now after beating the Tennessee Titans in overtime, 21-18. Thank you, Titans kicker, for missing the extra point, which would have given you the win, you fucker. Which would have given me the victory.
I needed that game.
Thank you, bitch. Thanks a lot. But be that as it may, the Colts won in overtime. They're 7-5 with Gardner Minshew, who through everything, he's a starter. He's been a starter, but he is listed as the Colts backup. So I give that coach credit for that because he is a backup. They're 7-5. They're right now in prime position to make a wild card run. Aaron, I'll start with you. We can make this quick because, I mean, look, not all of us pay attention to every single game. This was the same time as the Dolphins trashing Washington.
I watched the highlights on this one. I watched the highlights on this one. The only thing I got at the end of it was I'm just praying that the Titans put Derrick Henry up for a trade because I feel like he needs to go to a better team at this point. My man is has been a train, Ford tough, all that good stuff, and he just needs a better motor, which is a better team. Hands down, ain't no way around it.
Derrick Henry got knocked the fuck out.
Huh?
He got knocked. He got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah,
you damn sure did.
Who hit him? I thought I'd never would see that. One person knocked Derrick Henry the fuck out.
Everybody can't. You can't run through every wall. You know what I'm saying? You can't run through every wall.
Even Tyson caught his. He getting up there in age, boys. Sooner or later, somebody gonna give your ass a good shot. He deserves it with all the trucking he been doing to people.
Exactly.
Who hit him?
So, yeah, that's my takeaway. Great game. I needed Tennessee to win. I knew they were the underdog coming into this one, but divisional games are tricky.
That's why I picked Tennessee, because it was a divisional game, and there's certain teams I don't want to believe in, and the Colts is one of them. Especially now that my Broncos are in the midst of a wild card chase. Fuck them. I don't want to believe in them, but they've been winning. It's what it is. They've been winning. Calvin, I don't know who. I mean, I don't remember the safety who knocked Derrick Henry out, but he got knocked the fuck out. I mean, he got knocked the fuck out. What was your takeaway from your boy Shane Falco pulling out another?
The goddamn mullet, boy.
Every time you need that nigga to get an inch, he get a mile. Every time you need that nigga to get a foot, he take 2 steps back. Right? I mean, he was right on schedule because you don't know what you're gonna get out that dude. I think the Titans, they played what's his name, Levis. I thought he was gonna stake up the joint, but he didn't. So that's good for them, I guess. But hey, Shane Falco, once you think he gonna win, he gonna lose. And once you think the nigga gonna lose, he gonna win. So,
he the Kirk Cousins of the AFC.
All right, well
thank you.
There you go. Well, Sean, what was your takeaway of the game?
It was a shootout. I thought it was gonna come down to defense, and I really thought that the Titans had that under lock. I mean, when you playing with Gardner Minshew, you never know what kind of a mullet you're gonna get that day. So he just happened to be on his game that day. And got lucky. It came down to missed opportunities. You know what I mean? And they missed one. So hey, shout out to them. Shout out to Shane Steichen too, boy. We sure miss him over there. Brian Johnson acting a damn ass over there. But like you said, Steichen was a good coach. He was a good offensive coordinator, and he's doing his thing. Especially when your your number one pick go down, and that's a big change from the athleticism of Anthony Richardson going to Shane Falco to try to carry your team. So big adjustment, good win for them.
What it does is make me more scary about how that AFC South division is going to look in about 2 years. Because think about it,
for real.
Well, Michael Pittman is their number one receiver. To me, he's not a legit number one. To me, he would be a great number two. You don't even have your starting quarterback. You got Jonathan Taylor under contract, and now you put that with CJ Stroud, with Trevor Lawrence in that division. That AFC South is going to be something tough for the next few years. On to the next game. Aaron, I'm going to start with you because you properly named this game. What did you call the Chargers?
Yeah. If I remember my terminology correctly, this was boo-boo ball.
Boo-boo ball. That's it.
Down. They were just passing a turd back and forth because that's all this game was. It makes no sense. You are two professional, multi-billion-dollar teams, and you edge out 2 kicks in 4 hours. Like, okay, New England, because you be thinking, all right, Aaron, why not the New England Patriots? They've been boo-boo all season. We know they're boo-booing. As a Dolphins fan, boo-boo on them. It is what it is. But for the Chargers, for that to be both your offense and your defense playing like JV high school, you get no sympathies from me. And you get no
Highland Springs could beat them. I was playing.
Huh?
I said Highland Springs could beat them. I'm just
Springers might be able to take their place. No lie about it. But yeah, no. Even though you're not a winning team, you don't have a winning season, for you to that execution was piss poor, and they should be disappointed in themselves. And you can see it. There was no energy in that stadium between those players on any snap. So it is what it is. But I call it boo-boo ball.
If any energy, it should have been for Justin Herbert, not Bailey Crappy. That motherfucker sucks. Sean, how do you feel? Let's make this quick because this a game.
Oh, it's gonna be quick. It's gonna be quick for me because I ain't watched the shit because it was horrible. I watched the beginning of it and it was just like, oh no, I ain't got my eyes on that one. So that was trash. Whoever won the motherfucker. Who cares?
Calvin, how do you feel?
Caleb Williams. I think they cheer everybody and point shaving. That's all I got to say about that game. Like, nobody wanted to fucking win. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not a whole lot we can say. It was just trash all around. I don't think nobody watched that game.
Hey, that was one of those games.
I don't think Belichick can even watch that game. That shit is
that was one of those games where the ticket should have been on sale at your local gas station, half off, or your radio station if you was the first caller, not the 50th, the first caller. You win these tickets.
And for an extra $10, you can call a play on third day. For real, I don't know what that was. I've been mad.
That was horrible.
That was horrible. But listen, when we say the first overall pick, we have to stop just saying Caleb Williams. I don't know if you brothers paid attention to this guy named Michael Penix Jr. from Washington. This motherfucker is the truth.
And I don't pay attention. I don't pay attention until it's draft time, baby.
Well, USC has stunk this season. Ever since mid-season, USC has been trash. This kid, Michael Penix Jr. from the University of Washington, they just made the college football playoffs. He's a lefty, but he's good. But from the worst entertaining game of the day to probably the best one in New Orleans, the Detroit Lions improved to 9-3. First time they've been 9-3 since 1962. They beat the New Orleans Saints 33-28. And they started off 21-0. Now, I will say this. Detroit won. They pretty much put a hammerlock on their division, but their defense now worries me. Their defense worries me going forward. Calvin, I'll start with you. Lions, Saints, 33-28. Detroit, 9-3. What did you think of that game?
Was there any niggas on that team when they last time they was 9-3?
I would think bare minimum.
Okay.
I think Kennedy was president, so bare minimum. If they were, they were trying to avoid. If they weren't niggas, they were trying to avoid the Klan. Okay.
Okay. Well, as far as New Orleans though, they just won't die like I need them to. So that's that. Then there's as far as as far as the Lions, You said their offense, I agree. Their defense, I agree. Who's their coordinator? Aaron Glenn, I remember.
That is
I
the
think
defensive coordinator.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, he was one of the best corners in the league at one time. Yeah, hey, like we said, it's a game of tape. Maybe people, I mean, well, you said, fights styles make fights.
Styles
right?
make fights. Yeah.
So maybe that was just one of those things. You know what I'm saying? They'll patch it up, whatever. I mean, I'm glad it was a good game. Well, I'm not really glad it was a good game. I'm glad New Orleans lost, but I still think Detroit will be all right. You know what I'm saying? And who knows? They probably sleep at the wheel. They've been rolling. They've been sleeping at the wheel. This New Orleans vehicle. You know what I'm saying? That's possible. I'm not.
Well,
saying
that's
that
how
happened.
they were on Thanksgiving, and they got their ass whipped.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Only time will tell if there's something wrong with the scheme. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Aaron, what was your takeaway from Lions versus Saints?
Good, solid football. I don't know about everybody else, but for me, this was a guaranteed win. This was a walkaway win for them. You're right. They could have been asleep at the wheel, but turns out they weren't. I feel like Jared Goff has found his home. Like at this point, I don't see my man going anywhere else or being traded. Yeah, my man has finally found his home, and I'm happy for him. You are absolutely right. Defensively, I do want to see them handle a few more things differently in terms of defense, but it is what it is. We'll see when the playoffs come if they were really playing against some folks who knew how to play. That's the funky thing about defense. And when we get to talking about the Eagles here in a little bit, it'd be like, yo, you guys are dominant defensively, but some teams just know how to bully you. But it is what it is. We'll talk about that when it comes to it.
In terms of Jared Goff, I think Jared Goff came to the perfect franchise because you're talking about a franchise that hasn't won a playoff game since 1991. So they appreciate a quality quarterback. I think because the Lions had such a bad rap as a franchise, people kind of dismissed Jared Goff as him going to football purgatory because he went to the Detroit Lions. Jared Goff is a damn good quarterback. He's been to a Super Bowl. He's won a championship game, and he's only 28 years old. As long as he's been in the league, Jared Goff is only 28 years old. Sean, what was your takeaway from Lions Saints?
Oh, to answer your question, it was the middle linebacker Franklin on the Colts that put Derrick Henry out.
There you go. Sign him to UFC.
Put him in the tent. Put him in the tent. As far as Detroit, man, like he said, Jared Goff found his home, man. Like when you think about Detroit, you think of, like the underdogs. They always been underdogs for the longest time. And Jared Goff came in the top pick. And he was expected to be great in Los Angeles. Didn't really pan out the way that they wanted him to pan out. They let him go for Matt Stafford. He goes to Detroit, and it's a team that fits blue collar. Dan Campbell got them boys playing with grit, like a player's coach. You got to find out where you stand at when it comes down to that. There, tight end Laporta, that boy crazy. Out there doing this thing. He broke their single rookie record there. So I mean, they look good as an offense, but like you said, the defense, because I thought they had it at the beginning like it was over, pretty much over, but they let them boys get back in the game and they were doing their thing until they put Carr out. And they started, playing like they were supposed to play. So it was a good, tough, gritty game, and they came out on top.
Sean, I want you to think about what you just said, because that is a tough. You said, his time, he was a number one pick. His time in Los Angeles didn't really pan out. Think about it. Why did it not pan out? Because you didn't win the Super Bowl. You went to the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
You went to multiple playoff appearances. And that's crazy when you think about his time didn't pan out because he didn't win the Super Bowl.
That's wild. That's wild as a rookie too, though. Like, yeah, get that man time to grow. Like, he's still a rookie.
He went to a Super Bowl when he was 23 years old.
Yeah.
But when you think about LA and when they did it and how they were doing it, they just built that stadium. They were like in win now mode, and they said like he couldn't win right now, so they needed to get somebody who could win things right now because they needed to get that stadium and that place in LA focused on football because they were brand new to the city. So they had to go get somebody. They ain't had time to wait. But I think that was it worked out for both people. You can't be upset about the outcome. Matt Stafford finally got himself a ring from Detroit, and then Jared Goff found somewhere that believed in him, and he's doing his thing there. So I mean, it worked out for both of them, in my opinion.
The only thing that I'm interested about is what Detroit is going to do with Hendon Hooker, because they drafted him first round out of Tennessee, who was a damn good quarterback for Tennessee last year. But Jared Goff ain't going nowhere. Clearly, Jared Goff's going.
You don't have to do anything but develop him.
Develop him and trade him.
Yeah, you don't even have to trade.
Jared Goff's 28 years old.
But you don't even have to trade him. You develop him. If somebody wants to give you something big for him, then yeah. But he ain't even prove himself for real to be even getting trade fucking goddamn people looking to trade for him. So, I mean, he could just sit back and develop like a quarterback should be doing, developing and see where it goes from there. If somebody needs a quarterback and they willing to give up something high for him, yeah, you let him go. But they ain't got to do shit with him. He on a rookie contract. Sit your ass on the bench and learn football.
I mean, he's sitting on the bench now because he's still recovering for a torn ACL. Now, I apologize for going to this game, guys. Just like the Patriots and the Chargers, I have to go to this game. The Falcons and the Jets. That was the second worst game of the day. The Falcons win 13-8. The Falcons increased their lead in the NFC South for what it's worth. Calvin, you're an NFC South fan. What was your takeaway from 13-8 Falcons beat the Jets?
I wish they put up 13 points, no more than 13 points when we fucking play them. As far as that game, another boo-boo game, but you know, I got to say, y'all probably don't feel me, but I feel bad for the Jets. Their season went down the toilet week 1 in 5 minutes. Like they'll never anything they do is I take my hat off to them. But I mean, that was just nasty. Fuck them fucking Falcons. That shit was crazy. And then they watch they play us and put up 35 fucking points. But no, the defense played all right, but you can only play good defense but for so long without scoring points. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how that game went. You know, I think Saleh, his job is probably on the line. I don't think it should be. I mean, your starting quarterback went down. You know what I'm saying? But that don't really matter. You got to win. So, I mean, fuck it.
Aaron?
Didn't watch it. Wasn't interested. The Jets are a jump-off team. Congrats to Atlanta for winning, I guess.
He called him a whole hole out here.
Yeah.
Sean?
Hey, I'm just excited because I ain't want to hear no more about this fucking Aaron Rodgers shit and him trying to come back from the depths of hell with the torn ACL of a 24-year-old trying to goddamn win the Super Bowl for New York. I mean, that shit was just blowing me trying to hear about Aaron Rodgers. But as far as the Jets, I'm so sick and tired of putting my trust in them to win against people because that defense is so good. I mean, which they didn't really. Yeah,
it's a solid defense.
Which they got a solid defense, but I mean the offense, bro. You mean to tell me you can't do nothing, bro? You can't do nothing with none of them quarterbacks. None of them fucking quarterbacks you got.
Bill Belichick will say, "Nope, you can't."
It's tough, bro. It's tough. It's tough to be a New York fan because I'm gonna tell you like this. At the beginning of the season, them boys was up here. They talk about Super Bowl. Now they already down at the bottom, bro. It's ridiculous, bro. I feel sorry for him.
Sean, we talked about this at halftime of the late games. We said the good part about the Jets losing is that we can stop. Baby's crying.
Somebody ain't have no. You better go get her. Baby's She said, "You gonna pay attention to me?"
And Dave Chappelle, baby's crying.
Listen, new dad life. Y'all know how that goes. But Brandon,
I know.
Aaron Rodgers showed up for a retirement check. Healthy or not, my man wasn't fit to be playing either way. My man.
The thing is that if the Jets had won this game, because earlier in the week Aaron Rodgers was cleared to practice, they would have been like, "Oh, they won this game. They're still in the wild card mix. If Aaron Rodgers can come back and play in week 16, 17, and 18." No, nigga. No.
For what?
No.
What's they gonna do?
The reason, look, the reason why I picked the Jets to win this game is because I didn't trust the Falcons. Because this was just the perfect type of game that the Falcons would manage to fuck up. Not because I believe in the Jets. Fuck them. Y'all feel sorry for the Jets. I felt sorry for the Jets in September. Once it got to October, fuck them. I could have cared less about them.
And then another thing about this ACL, we forgetting one major component. What does Aaron Rodgers need above all else?
Offensive line.
Illegal drugs.
Attention.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He won't coming back on it. He's 40. He's 52 years old. You're not coming back on the ACL. You got people that work in office jobs that don't come back that quick from ACL, tearing their ACL. He just wanted something. He needed attention. It was just the
retirement check, baby.
But that's good though. That's what I'm saying. It's good that they started catching these L's because it's not even reasonable for him to come back now anyway, because they ain't in no kind of playoff contention. It would just be stupid to rush him back to play. We all know it's for attention for Aaron Rodgers because he needs somebody to brush his ego. That's all it is.
Well, he got Pat McAfee for that. He got Pat McAfee to do that for him.
Yeah. I think McAfee holding when the nigga Pete.
I was just about to say that. I hate you. I was just about to say that.
But if he plans on playing next year, which is more than likely, it's common sense to sit his old ass down. That's a major injury. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not coming back. No, you're not coming back in record time, nigga. You're not Adrian fucking Peters. Sit down, man. Have a coconut smile and sit down.
Hey, Jets, don't you wish you'd have got Joe Flacco?
Dead ass serious, bro.
Just asking. You had him last year. Why didn't you just keep him? Just asking. Now, the next game I'm gonna get into. I don't know if you guys realize the person whose jersey I have on today. This is a Brian Griese jersey because Brian Griese is a Denver Bronco quarterback, was known for losing. So we lost today. So I decided to wear Brian Griese's jersey. Okay. My Denver Broncos 5-game winning streak came to an end at Houston, 22-17, in a game where we had multiple opportunities to win this game. Let me get my shit out first before I hand it to you guys. Okay. For starters, I had conceded defeat at 22-10, just to be tortured even more by Russell Wilson having it 1st and goal and not able to get the job done. But you know what? I'm going to keep things in a positive aspect. We were 1-5. We're 6-6 now. We've put ourselves back in a position to possibly make the playoffs. I'm putting it one step at a time. We lost the game. We had the opportunities. But shout out to CJ Stroud. Shout out to DeMeco Ryans, who right now to me is still coach of the year. It just wasn't our day today. Let's just look as a Bronco fan, a diehard Bronco fan. I don't want to wear this fucking Brian Griese jersey next week. I would rather go to Peyton Manning. We play the Chargers division game. That'll be tough. Now, I'll start with you, Sean. What was your takeaway with Broncos Texans?
Oh, absolutely, man. I was jamming to whoever was jamming. I was like, "What y'all listening to?"
I played that. I played that.
Was that Mary J?
Yeah. I played that for Brandon.
But yeah,
next, baby. Doing that to me. No,
I thought it was. I think I picked y'all to win. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I thought y'all defense was going to be a little bit tough for it. CJ Stroud
wasn't defense.
But that boy doing this thing over there, man. Yeah, so I
promise you.
Yeah, it is tough to go out the way y'all did, like right at the end with that touchdown interception. I mean, that interception that Russell threw. Yeah. That was the type of clutch stuff that Russ usually come up with.
Usually,
yeah, and I mean, we knew it was going to be a dogfight. Now you really have to start paying attention to Houston. And DeMeco over there doing his thing. It sucks that Tank hurt himself as well because he got put out the game as well.
He's done for the season. He's done.
Yeah, that's a big hit on them boys because he had so much potential and he was showing himself. So that sucks for them.
Who got hurt?
Going forward.
Tank Dell. Tank Dell broke his fibula. He's out for the rest of the season.
Yeah,
what position he play?
or at least I don't know. I mean, unless the Texans have a deep playoff run, let's put it that way.
Yeah, but
What position he play?
it sucks for him.
That's tough.
Calvin, go ahead. What do you think of the Broncos versus Texans game?
Man, I turned it on at the last minute, and Russell was in the fucking. He was down there, boy, and I thought they was going. I was like, okay, Russ about to do some shit, but I think he should have. Bottom line, I know they lost, and I know we always say it don't matter how you play, you lose, whatever. That's what you know what I'm saying. That's what we said after the, you know what I'm saying, the Dallas and the Cowboys fans. It don't matter how you played, you lost. But I swear, if dude didn't come free, and on that cover that interception, because that was cover 2, he was looking for the seam, and he still threw it. That window was gone. You should have threw that bitch in the hot dog stand. You know what I'm saying? God, that shit made me mad, man. That shit pissed me off. But it was a shootout. You know what I'm saying? I picked.
It wasn't no shootout. It was a good game though.
It was a good game. It came down to the nanosecond. It was a good game. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, but D'Amico Ryans and them still winning.
They're winning.
The little nigga from B2K still playing quarterback real good for them.
I'm fucking
He's gonna be offensive quarter. He's gonna be offensive rookie of the year. You know what I'm saying? D'Amico Ryans is probably my vote will always forever be Mike Tomlin, but I don't get it. It'll probably be D'Amico Ryans because rookie head coach, rookie. You know what I'm saying? The more I think about it, Brandon, he was right. That do make sense. He'll probably get coach of the year.
Which member of B2K is he?
One of them look like
Raz B, is it Raz B or Fizz, the one with the damn braids? That nigga look. Now that he say that nigga look just like a nigga. That shit is hilarious.
You know what I'm saying? Used to see him out there with a little S curl and shit. His tongue all. They winning his tongue all out and shit. I'm still salty from when Carlton Davis was barbecue chicken for the last quarter and a half and let him come down and beat us. Hell yeah, so, I mean they playing good, but I don't fuck with it.
That nigga caught me off guard with that, John. Like, oh shit, bro.
That was wild.
Okay, Aaron, what you think about something? Aaron, what you... Oh shit.
Allow me to play advocate here. I didn't see y'all winning this one. My bad, bro. I'm sorry. I saw Houston taking this one. I'm not a fan of Russell. I'm just being real with you. And I didn't watch this game, but I'm looking at the stats, and 3 interceptions don't make no sense to me.
Yeah,
it don't make no sense to me.
We just needed him to have 2. If he didn't throw that last interception, he would have won the damn game.
I've never heard anybody say if we just sucked ass just enough, like just this much. If we was crap, I'm like, yo, what you talking about, bro? Like all we needed was 2 interceptions. Like
that's all we needed was 2.
Hey yo, shout out my nigga Steely. Whatever.
Oh shit.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Sean, Houston, Denver. Oh boy. How do you think Raz B played today for the Texans?
Of course. I'm gonna go over it again, nigga, because I already did. But yeah,
see, that's how much Calvin got me fucked up. I done forgot.
Turn you up, nigga. I was the first to go, nigga.
That's how much he fucked me up.
No, rooting for 2 touchdowns, rooting for 2 interceptions is what got you messed up.
No, this nigga said the nigga from B2K is still playing good. That's the shit that got me.
Nah, bro.
Baby, that's the reason why I beat you. I'm sorry.
Look at that.
What that nigga Orlando Brown said? Bump, bump, bump. Looking ass nigga.
Okay, let me get off that game. Okay. We have a person who commented on YouTube, Robert, regular listener. He said, shout out to Mike Tomlin, Calvin. He said he agrees with you, but now let me go to this Steelers game. The Pittsburgh Steelers had 2 halftimes. They had halftime and 2 weather delays and still got their ass beat by the 2-win Arizona Cardinal team.
Yeah.
Calvin, you're the Mike Tomlin guy. which I don't blame you because he's a wizard. The Steelers fall to 7-5, but they lose to a 2-win Cardinal team. What was your reaction to that game?
Shit fucking sucks, yo. Damn that shit. They supposed to have had that game. That shit sucks. But one thing the Steelers has always been in almost every era I can remember, especially in the last 20 years, they play to whoever they facing. And sometimes when they playing an ass team, they try to be more ass. And it looked like that's what they did. It's terrible that Mike Tomlin went. I take Steelers losses worse than I take Tampa losses, man. Because Mike Tomlin don't get enough credit, man. And like, you know, he don't get enough credit. And I think that comes from when he took over and won his Super Bowl, they're gonna say that was beer. You know what I'm saying? He's a leader of men. He'll motivate. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll come in here right now and talk to us 5 minutes. We be ready to run through a wall. You know what I'm saying?
I don't disagree.
He know what the fuck he's talking about. So I wish they would have. I mean, the Cardinals, they did what they did. They won the fair and square. They didn't steal it. They just won. They beat them. You know.
Yeah.
They playing for they shit too. So it is what it is. I will say this: Kenny Pickett might have to. You know what I'm saying? Kenny Pickett may not be the answer.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? It may not be the answer. The dude. And one thing about the Steelers, like they're a loyal franchise. They stuck with. They stuck with Pickett. And they stuck with him a little longer than they should, just like they did the coordinator. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen the Steelers do that before with coordinators. Like they did that with Todd Haley. They did that with Bruce Arians. They you know what I'm saying? They stick a little too long. You know what I'm saying? Because Tomlin is a loyal dude. But hey,
well, look,
rebuild.
You're especially going to stick with Pickett because he went to Pittsburgh. He went to the University of Pittsburgh, so he's a local guy.
Shit, that don't mean
but imagine if Mike Tomlin had Matthew Stafford. Just imagine.
But you know what? I believe they had to do. He got hit by a fucking bus.
No, they didn't. Oh, no. We're gonna rest in peace to Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
He could have played, man. I think he would have been all right there.
Maybe. Unfortunately, we'll never know because of that tragedy. Honestly, R.I.P. Dwayne Haskins.
I mean, it's a tragedy. I don't mean to sound insensitive, but I just wish the boy would have. You know, I wish he wouldn't have lost his life, period. And I wish he would have been able to be coached by Mike Tomlin because Mike Tomlin would have had him straight.
But see, that's why I thought Trubisky would be all right because to me, Trubisky fit the Big Ben mold. So when Kenny Pickett got hurt and I put on the chat message, Trubisky's in. I mean, Kenny Pickett's out. The Steelers should be all right. My bad.
I think Trubisky would have been all right by now. He won't all right then. You know, you got the first round draft pick. You got a first round draft pick sitting on the bench. Behind you got the shake and bake early, and he didn't get it going fast enough.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that Trubisky should be their starter because I'm looking at credentials. While Trubisky should have never been drafted where he was drafted, particularly the fact that he was drafted ahead of Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson, that was nuts. Mm-hmm. But he did take the Bears to the playoffs twice. He did have the Bears in a 12-win season once.
Yeah.
I think he's a better fit for that type of style of play more than Kenny Pickett. But anyway, Sean, what did you think of Steelers versus Cardinals?
What it was, I seen an energized Cardinals team coming back, got their quarterback playing pretty decent since he's been back in there, behind the center. And I didn't really trust Kenny Pickett. It showed again today. I don't know what they're going to do going forward, but I don't think they're going to keep, like he said, keep Kenny Pickett. I don't think he should be their starting quarterback going forward because he really hasn't showed anything. Yet that team is still winning despite him. But not today. But like I said, Mike Tomlin does his thing all the time. Like I said, he doesn't get the respect that he deserves. And I just seen it. It is what it is. It sucks. You know what I mean?
You know who the Steelers should get as a quarterback? And I'm not even trying to be funny. You know who they should get as a quarterback? Baker Mayfield. I'm being dead ass serious. Baker Mayfield.
He ain't going nowhere. You think Tampa Bay will get rid of him?
Why the fuck would you do that, man? Hold on. Wait a minute. I thought he was cool. You told me to ride with this dude, and he's what we need. And now you won't give him. Now you won't give him away. What kind of shit is you? What are you on?
I'm not. I'm thinking. I'm just speaking hypothetically. I'm not saying that's what they should do. I'm speaking hypothetically.
You just said what they should do.
They should get Justin Fields is who they should get.
Or him.
Or him. Black Jesus, go there. Fucking Baker Mayfield.
Well, what if Justin Fields wanted to come to Tampa?
He don't want to come to Tampa.
How do you know?
Because I talked to him. Y'all
Allegedly.
Y'all had him pegged as Black Jesus, right?
I never called him Black Jesus. You
did.
Jesus on the main line. You and Brandon.
I never called him Black Jesus. Sean never called him Black Jesus.
One of y'all.
Baby's crying. We never called him Black Jesus. We just thought that he would have a good season.
Okay.
Sean, did you ever call Justin Fields Black Jesus?
Hell no. I ain't calling no damn Black Jesus. If anybody Black Jesus is Jalen Hurts, goddammit.
Aaron, what's your takeaway from the Steelers game?
Disappointing loss. I wanted them to win, mostly because I needed them to for the prediction league.
We all picked them to win, so it didn't affect nobody's win-loss ratio.
I don't feel like they should have lost against Arizona, energized or not. They just shouldn't have. And you're right. Against all odds, Mike Tomlin's still been winning. I have my personal reasons behind why I think he doesn't get the respect he deserves. But
please share. Please share.
I mean, let's just be real. The league treats people differently. Every coach has a different culture they got to deal with. But end of the day, I don't feel like they should have lost this one. And looking at how things played out today, hopefully it's a wake up call for them, and it is what it is. I'll be real with you. I don't think Trubisky is it either, but you got to rock with what you got on your hands.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And for people that don't understand what we're talking about the Mike Tomlin slander, the man lost 1 or 2 games. I think last season they linked him to an HBCU college.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? That's where that comes from. Yeah. So if y'all don't know, that's where it comes from.
Well, Calvin, there's a simple reason of why that happens. I mean, he addressed this 2 years ago. Matter of fact, 3 years ago, when the Steelers started 11-0 and they lost a couple of games, they asked would he be interested in a college job, a USC or an Alabama job, and he simply asked the press back, would you be asking Andy Reid or Bill Belichick or Sean Payton these questions?
Because it's mad disrespectful. I'm not going to go off on a tangent, but
because nobody was falling for that banana in the tailpipe. We know why he was asked that question. He's the only coach to go 17 straight years without a losing season. I think maybe 17 straight years to start his coaching career without a losing season. And he still gets asked the most ludicrous questions in the world. Why do you think that is?
Asinine.
Exactly. Now, weather played a factor in that Pittsburgh game. They had 2 weather delays, and but weather to some teams doesn't make a difference. And I transition to that because this is going to make a boogie smile. The Miami Dolphins went into Washington, inclement weather and all, and put up 45 points on the Washington Commanders, who will soon have a new head coach. The Dolphins improved to 9-3. You might as well throw a hammerlock on the AFC East for the Dolphins. Tua looked great. Tyreek looks like he really looks like he's going to gain 2,000 yards as a receiver. Aaron, you're the Dolphins fan. I'll start with you. What was your takeaway from you guys' ass kicking of Washington?
The superstar. It is what it is. Tyreek Hill to kick it off. Our running backs are phenomenal. Ain't no way around it. That's it. It is what it is. I wish I could say more, but it is what it is. I like Tua as a person. You and I have had this conversation multiple times. Love Tua as a person. I think he's going to be our quarterback for a good long time. Win or lose, I think we're invested into this young man. I personally think he's a machine gunner. I would love to see him make better personal decisions. While I don't like the way you say it, you have mentioned before that we definitely tend to ball out on weaker teams. It is what it is. That's the nature of the beast, right? Lions eat lambs. Right, I don't know how to make that look good, but you know what I'm saying. Like if you're a bigger dog, you beat up on the little dog. It is what it is. And we've talked about it before. Our next 6 games, worst case scenario, we lose one of them. We end up we locking it down. I think we're 5th in the league right now. Yeah, I see us taking this one through to the playoffs, which makes me very happy to not have to worry about wild card going into the playoffs. That's just it.
Well, here's the thing about it is that you're gonna have to play wild card weekend unless you get the number 1 seed in the AFC. But the difference is this is the cool.
Hold on. Let me.
Go ahead. By all means.
No. You good.
But I think the cool thing about two of these NFL stories, you're looking at the Dolphins or you're looking at the Lions, two teams that haven't hosted playoff games in forever, who are going to end up hosting playoff games. So I think that's cool because it's going to be something different. The Dolphins
So
haven't
as it sits right now, we are number 1 in the AFC.
right now.
Yeah. I don't
Baltimore was
see-
off this week.
And yeah, you're right. You got other folks off this week, but yeah, I don't see us moving spots.
No,
but you know what? We'll see what happens.
I mean, look, I picked Achane on a couple of my FanDuel games because I wanted to catch him while that nigga was cheap. Because he's just coming back from injury, so he was cheap on FanDuel, and he put up 2 touchdowns, won me a couple of bucks, and I literally mean a couple of bucks. Fucking FanDuel. Sean, Miami Dolphins, what's your takeaway?
Man, they did what they were supposed to do. Like you said, superstar. Tyreek Hill, the cheetah. You can't catch him. Random boys all over the place. Tua looked good doing what he was supposed to do. The running backs is running all over the place. Too much speed. And like you said, might be Black Monday for Ron Rivera. He probably go ahead and get up out of that thing because them boys ain't playing like they supposed to be playing. So I ain't too much off of that game. We all knew that they were going to catch that L, and they caught it in the rain.
When you're a defensive coach, when you're the head coach and your signature is supposed to be defense, and your defense keeps giving up 40 points on the regular,
Right.
Calvin, please, you're up next. What do you think about the Dolphins and Commanders?
Well, both of them made good points. They played. You said the Dolphins played how they supposed to play. Commanders did too. I mean, it was a fight. They gave away all their assets. You know what I'm saying? I think the head coach, like Doc Horse's work. That owner inherited Ron Rivera, and you know how when owners come in, they clean house, get the people they want in there. And Dude made a point as far as the Dolphins, and I just want to be clear. He said lions eat lamb. They do, but only when they can't go after big game in the wild. So until they beat one of these AFC powerhouses, the jury's still out. I ain't saying they can't. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, for the last month, I've been grouping the Dolphins and the Cowboys in the same section because they're getting fat off of beating inferior teams. I mean, and let's be real.
And it ain't like they're supposed to not. It's not like they're supposed to just not.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We just calling it how it is.
We don't set the schedule. We can't call it. It's not like we can just say, Kansas City 3 weeks in a row.
I wish my team could play. Well, I ain't gonna say Highland Springs because Highland Springs might beat my team, but I wish they could play fucking Target every fucking week. You got to play who's ahead of you. You know what I'm saying? You can't take nothing from them. I mean, who knows? They might pull a rap. They might surprise everybody and go against one of them, the Ravens, and be too much for them. You never know.
I said that to be consistent because I get a lot of blowback because they say I'm a Cowboys troll. Yes, I am a Cowboys troll. And for the Facebook people listening, fuck the Dallas Cowboys. Okay. I am a Cowboys troll. And
just to let everybody watch it know, I have no beef with the Cowboys. I think
I do. God damn it,
I franchise.
Do. We all know where I stand with the motherfuckers.
I ain't got no issues with them.
I had no problem with them neither. It's just the fans that make you root against them.
Well, there you go. Then you have a problem with them.
Y'all can't be some weirdos, but
if you have a problem with the fans, you have a problem with them. Just got a comment on Facebook now about my comment. I will repeat myself. Cowboy fans, fuck the Dallas Cowboys. Sit on a
that is slander, my man. That is slander.
I don't give a shit. If you don't like the content, go to a different motherfucking YouTube site or Facebook site. I don't care. Anyway,
chill.
My Facebook fam, y'all know I love y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. It's all love. Man. It's all love. Oh yeah, I know it's up. Anyway, let's get to the late games. In Los Angeles, the Cleveland Browns went to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Joe Flacco ended up being the quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. And I'm not going to lie to you. I told Sean this at halftime. I don't think Cleveland going to win this game, which they didn't. But I think Cleveland will be all right because Flacco actually, for him not having not played all season, looked pretty good. Again, the Rams won 36-19. I said this last week in regards to the NFC wild card. Watch the Rams. They're healthy now. Stafford is back. Kupp is back. Sean, you saw Nakua got hurt, but he came back and he had a game. Okay. Yeah, he came back and he had a game. The Rams are now 6-6. Cleveland drops to 7-5. Aaron, I'll start with you. What was your takeaway from Cleveland versus Los Angeles?
Phenomenal plays. Great.
36-19. I never gave the score. 36-19.
Yeah. Matthew Stafford played like an absolute monster. I don't know what else to say about this one. I'll be honest. I think I chose them out to win this one. That was pretty much it. Yeah, phenomenal game. Right, Matt Stafford did his thing.
You picked Cleveland to win, Aaron.
I picked Cleveland to win this one.
Yeah,
damn.
Picked Cleveland to win this one.
You know, we can't be perfect every week.
No, we can't. The only people who picked the Rams to win was me and David. That's it. Me and David, the only ones who picked the Rams to win. That's it. Everybody else picked Cleveland. Calvin, you're up next, Slugger. What did you think about the Rams and Cleveland?
I had better faith in the Cleveland Browns defense because no matter what the quarterback carousel been all year, that defense has been consistent, and I didn't see them giving up that many points to the Rams. You know what I'm saying? Joe Flacco. What is his first game? When did he sign? He signed this week?
He signed a week ago.
And yeah, so it might have been a little confusion there or whatever, but a win is a win.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You know, they can't help that. So a win is a win for the Rams. They earned that W. But I was disappointed in that 98 Explorer coming down the block. I thought he was gonna wreck. I thought he was gonna go crazy, but he didn't.
Hey man, Myles Garrett ain't gonna have it every game, man. I mean,
and
the Rams do have a respectable offensive line. Again, like I said, that's why I say watch out for the Rams. They're healthy. They're getting healthy now.
Yeah.
Next late game, Calvin, I'm gonna keep it right there with you. The resident Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan.
Did you skip Sean?
No, I didn't. Oh, yes, I know you. Oh,
yeah,
you were absolutely right. Because I saw Sean go to the door. I'm sorry, brother.
You don't see that green sitting right there? And what's the point of the screen? What's the point of all this? You're not looking. What are we doing here?
I'm sorry, sir.
I'm surprised you didn't even see anything.
I
was so excited to talk about your Buccaneers, sir.
He went twice game. Last time. Then you just gonna. I got you,
Sean. What do you think about Joe Flacco versus Matthew Stafford?
Well, you know, I was with all about defense. I seem to be a defensive-minded kind of person, so I really thought that the Browns was going to come out, and I didn't really see too much about the Rams that would make me think that that the Browns couldn't handle him, even with Joe Flacco coming in when they had him. So I thought Joe would have been able to keep the offense stagnant, and then the defense would do their part, and they would put him in better opportunities. But that wide receiver, Puka Power, whatever the hell his name is. Puka Nacua.
Yeah.
That boy set himself up over there. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, they're healthy, so they got cut back. Their running game looking good. Matt Stafford looking good. Hey, like you said, watch out for them. I don't know what their schedule is looking like, but the NFC is always wide open. Like I said, you got your teams at the top, and then you got your ones at the bottom that's looking to get in there, and everybody has their opportunity to do so. So you really got to watch out for the Rams because they playing their best ball right now at the best time to do so near the end of the season.
Puka Nacua was a 5th-round draft pick. Think about that.
Can we call him Pookie?
Pookie.
Can
we call him Pookie?
I'm calling him Pookie. I like that. Pookie.
Shout out to Pookie.
Pookie. Shout out to Pookie.
Oh, Pookie.
Shout out to Pookie. Okay.
Every Pookie in the world is not to be trifled with.
That's true.
Them be the best.
That's true. Now, Calvin, and the Packers just scored a touchdown, by the way. Packers Chiefs Sunday night game. But now, Calvin, let's talk about your Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh man, don't get me started. I was hoping we lost that game because if we lost it, Todd Bowles would have been out of there first thing smoke. You know what I'm saying? We tried every ability. We tried everything to lose that game, but somehow we won. We don't have no. We'll never be. I'll never take us seriously till we get a inside running game and can be able to stop the run. And we got to be able to. Somebody got to be able to bench Carlton Davis because I swear to God, if I go on YouTube and look at these highlights and he's sizzling like he's been sizzling the last 2 weeks, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
Carlton Davis. That's what he's talking about. The cornerback, Carlton Davis.
Yeah, Carlton Davis. I don't know how the fuck we won that game. It was.
Well, it was another, and the East Coast had ugly weather games. 21-18 was the final score. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers stay in the NFC South chase, which every team is in it except for the Carolina Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
Calvin may be the worst fan you want to have as a family. He's hoping his team lost.
I'm just being realistic.
A legit chance to win the playoffs.
Listen, I can respect realism. You call a spade a spade. Don't walk around saying, don't walk around calling it rain and it's piss. Don't do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Aaron, well, proceed. What's your takeaway on the game?
I don't really have much on it. No disrespect to Tampa. I mean, you're playing the losingest team in the league. So at least walk away with a win, be able to dap the homies up and be like, yo, I hit. It is what it is.
Even if she said nothing.
That's it.
Even if she said nothing.
Hey, that nigga went back to South Beach on us with that one. Sean?
Yeah, it was to be honest, it was an ass bowl. Who really cares about it? Nobody.
Y'all don't know shit about this game.
Well, I mean, I do. It was the sorriest team in the league playing Baker Mayfield. What the fuck would I want to watch that shit for? Like, really?
Hey, but you know what? It was better than the Patriots versus the Chargers.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah.
Well, speaking of piss, and now we got to get to the last game. Sean, I'm sorry. I just got a text message. I got a text message saying if you smell urine, it's because the Eagles just got the piss beat out of them. The San Francisco 40.
Hold on, Sean.
Wait, whoa, Calvin, you'll have
go ahead, brother.
I'm gonna have to.
You will have your moment.
I just want to play the song for him. Go ahead, Sean.
Is that for Baker Mayfield? Is that for Baker Mayfield?
Hey,
I already told you first of all that we won't coming out of this gauntlet unscathed. We came off of KC. We came off an emotional game with Buffalo. And then we got the motherfucking we got beat. We got beat. I ain't gonna call about that shit. So it's whatever. The only thing that I know of is we still 10-2 and at the top of the motherfucking league. So I don't give a fuck about none of y'all bottom feeders or what the fuck y'all gotta say. We caught an L. Oh well, we caught the L. So the fuck what? See y'all next week, bitch ass niggas. It's hard to beat them twice, nigga.
Cold as hell. He just been waiting on it.
We already know we gonna see him again in the playoffs. It don't even fucking matter. You can't beat a team twice. So I already knew we won't coming out this shit unscathed. So it's whatever it is. So you can take Mary J. Blige and shove it up your goddamn ass, Calvin. Because ain't nobody give a shit about losing this goddamn game.
Said I can't do that.
I ain't never seen a motherfucker want another motherfucker to beat you so goddamn bad.
Oh,
talk about your team, nigga.
Let it out, baby. Let it out. Come on.
Talk about your team, nigga.
Let it out, baby. Come on.
But then that's serious. I really thought we did what we were supposed to do. It didn't go our way. We didn't capitalize in the red zone. We couldn't hold motherfucking Christian McCaffrey. He was doing this fucking thing. Brock Purdy had time to get the ball off. They had a good game plan. They executed it well. We let our emotions get to us. For the most part, they was doing a lot of shit. Flags won't coming our way, but it ain't in our just to really say anything about flags not coming our way when that's all the talk has been. So it is what it is. We caught the L. At the end of the day, we're still 10-2 at the top of the NFC and the NFL. So
Hey,
it is
Sean.
what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean. You remember Marianne Cortinez?
Yeah.
She a Cowboy fan. She just put on here, we coming for the Eagles next.
Man, tell her ass that
Hey,
set
yo,
that
block
bot
her.
down.
Block her. We don't allow liars in the chat. Block her.
We don't allow lies.
We
Y'all
don't
better
allow
beat
liars
the fucking
in the chat. If
Seahawks,
you
bro.
gonna watch us, the
If
least you can do is be
Tyler
realistic.
Lockett ain't dropped that, but whatever the case may be, I'll make excuses. We'll see y'all
Block
ass
Shorty and
next
get her
week
some
too.
help because I don't know where she getting that from.
We'll see y'all ass next week too, Mr. Cortinez. I'm gonna fuck. You get two, goddamn it, come up here and talking shit about them goddamn Cowboys. Nobody give a shit about them Cowboys.
Yeah.
Where's
To be real, the bullies got bullied today. I mean, straight up. I mean, you can say Christian McCaffrey all night long. I've never seen a white boy run down some niggas so bad.
That nigga was running like he was at Fulton, nigga.
Man, that boy ran down on them. Shout out to
That
Debo
nigga running like he was down there.
they
He
did their
was
thing.
supposed to be supposed to be.
It is what it is. They
And that
play,
brother's
they play well.
smooth, too.
49ers play well. I was not expecting that type of performance from them. You see the prediction league. I had Philly to win this one, so it is what it is. Shout out to Jalen Hurts still. The kid's phenomenal. There ain't no way around it.
Yeah.
All right, Calvin.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Calvin.
What? Why you saying like that? No, Jalen Hurts is phenomenal. I told he's my MVP. Haven't I been beating that? Jalen Hurts is MVP. But you know what I'm saying. But they were able to run the ball. You know what I'm saying. That was the key. They were able to run the ball effectively because you can try. Because people try, but then they walk away from it. They was able to run the ball. That line they get up field so fast that. You know, if you hit the hole fast enough, I know it's like cliche. You hit the hole fast enough though, you automatically got 3 yards. You know what I'm saying? Purdy, you know, okay, hold on. I'm not saying Purdy not ass, Sean. Calm down. But I think Purdy played a good game. You know what I'm saying?
He did. The boy had 4 touchdowns.
Okay, he had a good game. I mean, that's a long way
314 yards.
That's a long way from.
But when you could drop the ball off to your people like that, he got some nice rack receivers. Brandon,
yak yards.
Yeah. Excuse me, yak yards. He could run after the catch, motherfuckers. When I mean rack yards, he got Debo, who's excellent at it. You know, before all this beef with the 49ers, I always pan for Debo because he's a tough physical receiver like AJ Brown, but just a little bit faster than AJ. McCaffrey is he's good. If you don't turn that goddamn song off, I'm gonna go crazy.
I didn't interrupt you. You interrupted me. That's why I started playing. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Keep going.
I didn't interrupt you. I went when they were talking about the damn receivers. What are you talking about?
Go ahead.
Golly, bro, chill. Play your Mary J. Blige, bro. Live in the moment, baby. Live in the moment. Live in the moment.
Y'all just kept telling me Purdy was ass. And
nobody ever said that.
I was about to say, when was anybody saying that?
I
was about to ask, like, who said that?
Sean, you never. Sean,
you know why I said Purdy ass. Come on, you know why I said Purdy ass. He just admitted.
He told me. Thank you. He just admitted. He said Purdy was ass. Thank you.
I told you. You know why I said Purdy ass, nigga. I'm gonna say it again. He's still ass. God damn it. Okay. In my opinion, you gonna be ass.
4 touchdowns out his ass on y'all today.
All right.
I don't give a shit. Look, Miami. Don't you talk. We already gave you the business. Stay over there in the goddamn corner. Stay in the corner. You let me bet. You let me fucking bet.
You have it, bro. Have it, because I don't blame you. Again, the bullies got bullied today, and it's
absolutely tough. We did.
The bullies got bullied today. It is what it is.
But they're gonna be fine. They still no, yeah. Sean, am I done?
What?
No, I'm just joking. I said I'm done. I was just messing with Sean.
Calvin, don't let me log into Mad McGee the business online too.
Listen. Let me tell you something. The Eagles are not one of the teams that's gonna lose a game like this, and the sky's gonna fucking fall. If anything, shit might get real scared for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Real fast, because they still are who they are. You know what I'm saying?
You saw how violent they got.
They got violent.
They was like, all right, we ain't gonna win. Let's just throw hands.
Have you ever in your life heard of somebody? Have you ever? No, well, same difference, but at the same time, have you ever heard about a couple of niggas
That
from
Rocky
Philly getting
music came on.
couple of niggas from Philly getting angry and shit not getting ugly? You wait till the next guy and they see him.
Yeah.
I
But
don't
we
know if I'm picking the 49ers.
But it's like you said. It's like you said, and like what I said, it's difficult. It's difficult to beat a team twice. And if everything really boils down to what it is, more than likely we're going to see them in the NFC Championship, and that's going to be a slugfest. Them boys really wanted us. They really wanted us this time. And I knew coming off them games and then having to fight this really physical, emotional game that it was going to be like that. They gave us what we deserved. We got our ass whoop. I'm gonna take it, and we're gonna see them again.
Okay. All right. Well, I wanted to kind of get my comment off first, but I knew where this subject was going immediately. So you see, I pulled out my popcorn because it was too hot for TV. But this is the way I saw the game. Each quarter was a game in itself. The first quarter, the Eagles totally dominated the game. Their defensive line dominated the 49ers offensive line. But here's the difference. Where the first quarter, the Eagles dominated and scored 2 field goals. The second quarter, the 49ers dominated and scored 2 touchdowns. The third quarter to me was like a draw. Both teams scored a touchdown. Now, when I saw motions running high after that little brush up, when Greenlaw spiked Devontae Smith and put his finger in it, when Greenlaw got thrown out the game, that's when I put on the chat. Yeah, look, when Greenlaw got thrown out the game, I put on the chat, this shit just got real good. But the 49ers responded. Now, let me say this in regards to the NFC as a whole, the top part of the NFC. I absolutely love this because the 3 best teams in the NFC, I'm not shitting on Detroit, but the Eagles, 49ers, and the Cowboys, the best part about this is they all hate each other. The Eagles and the Cowboys hate each other. The Eagles and the 49ers hate each other. The 49ers and the Cowboys hate each other. Nobody hates the Lions because they haven't been relevant enough for anybody to hate the goddamn Lions. The Lions have to beat one of those teams in order for them to hate the Lions. So the top part of the NFC, I love it. Now with the 49ers and the Eagles specifically, the hate just got intensified that much because I'm going to be real. 49ers whooped their ass today. They came into Philadelphia and they beat the shit out of the Eagles. As bad as the Eagles beat them in the NFC Championship game is as bad as the 49ers beat them today. So the 49ers and their fans and all of these TV analysts are going to say, see what happened when they had a quarterback in? They didn't have a quarterback in the NFC Championship game and they got beat. See what happened when Brock Purdy stayed healthy? They beat the Eagles, blah, 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 blah. I guarantee you, if you watch First Take this week and you watch Steven's A-list, he's going to have the 49ers at number 1 because they're going to say that's the determining factor. We don't know where the NFC Championship game is going to take place because we don't know what's going to happen next week with the Eagles and the Cowboys. We don't know what's going to happen with the 49ers and the rest of their schedule. So, to me, it's making up great drama. For all we know, the Eagles, 49ers, and Cowboys could lose a couple of games, and the Lions could sneak their way up into the number 1 spot. We don't know that. So, to me, it makes for great drama. It makes for great theater. You have the 3 best teams, which people are going to call, because, again, while Detroit has a better record than – Detroit, San Francisco, and Dallas have the same record. They're all 9-3. Nobody's going to call Detroit better than the 49ers or the Cowboys. That's just not going to happen, especially with their defense now all of a sudden being suspect. But the 49ers, the Eagles, now you got to get back. Now you have to get back.
Yeah.
Now you have to show yourself as a team that I think you are. Of course, Sean, he's an Eagles fan, think you are. You have to go into Dallas next week with the division on the line, even though it's not for all the marbles, because the murderer's gauntlet that the Eagles just had to go through, the Cowboys have to go through now. Because after Philadelphia, it's Buffalo. After Buffalo, it's Miami. So Dallas's schedule is just Dallas has had 4 bye weeks this season when you have to deal with the Giants twice, the Commanders, and the fucking Jets. They're horrible. Now Dallas's schedule gets real. So Dallas could beat Philadelphia next week. Doesn't mean they're going to win the division. Doesn't mean they're going to be in first place. But the fact that these 3 teams, the best teams in the conference, hate each other so much, to me, that's good theater. That's just for me. But the Eagles have to get back because they got stomped today. Like Aaron said, the bullies got bullied. After the first quarter, San Francisco, they put it down. This is what it is. Now,
hey, you made a point about as far as like what they're gonna talk about as far as like the quarterback, but that's not a bad. You act like that argument is not relevant to what's going on with the 2 teams.
It is relevant.
Okay.
It is relevant. I'm just saying that's what a lot of these talking heads who aren't us, that's what a lot of these talking heads are going to point to. They're going to say, see, if Brock Purdy didn't get hurt in the NFC Championship game, they'd have beat the Eagles. We don't know that.
I don't know about all that, but they wouldn't have lost by 24 points. That's been my whole thing since January. It wouldn't have went that way. Okay. All right.
I'm just telling you what's going to get said tomorrow, and you know it.
I mean, they can say that, but this whole year, haven't they been on the narrative is this is a different team than last year, the way we've been playing? So I mean, they can say, yeah. As far as us defensively, last year you won't pass it on us like that. You wasn't.
Y'all been an NFL powerhouse. Y'all was an NFL powerhouse last year.
Yeah, but last year we were putting teams to bed early and putting our backups in. That's how we played last year. Last year, you can see that we were, just handing out to the teams that we were supposed to. This year, it's more gritty. This year, we got.
So last year the defense was playing. The last year y'all was a different team. Y'all was playing better. Is that what you're saying? Because
last year we had the damn.
That's what he's saying. I think what he's saying is that last year their offense got up so quickly that the defense could just pin their ears back and come after the quarterback.
Last year we had the record. We had the record for sacks. I mean, we're not playing the same as we're playing because that's why we had the record for sacks because we were up on people.
I'm sorry. No,
yeah. We pinned our people, we pinned them back, pinned their ears back, and they went after the quarterback. And we were destroying teams that way. We're not winning that way this year. We got a different team. Our secondary ain't as strong as it was last year, and neither is our linebacker core. But we still doing our thing, and we still winning. So I mean, of course, you know what I'm saying? They got the best of us. They damn near got our best player on the defensive line on their team this year, along with some more pass rushers.
So what was y'all record after 14 weeks last year?
After 14 weeks, we only lost 1 game.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
We only lost to the Commanders last year.
Around this time period, yeah.
Yeah, around this time period. So, I mean, it was the same thing, but we're winning differently. It's still not the same team. We just winning differently. So, I mean, like I said, I already knew we were going to come out of this gauntlet. We weren't going to come out unscathed. Somebody had to beat us coming off of all these emotional high games, and the 49ers beat us. So, I mean, it is what it is.
No, I'm laughing because Kia just hopped on YouTube and she said, "Who the fuck is Bob?" And she said, "Mark is a true fan." I'm sorry, that's funny to me.
Hey, Kia.
That shit is
it's
funny
all
to
good.
me.
It's all good, man. It's all good. I just know one thing. I ain't watching none of that shit this week because I don't want to hear shit about nothing. We gonna line that shit up and be there next week with the Cowboys. That's what we gotta worry about.
But at the end of the day, it ain't like you lost to my team. You lost to the 49ers. You lost to the 49ers. They're a contender.
Oh, of course. They're a good team. They're just as stacked as us anywhere. They got just as many skilled players as we got. They got a quarterback who's fits their system. They got a running back who's, just out of this world, coming out the backfield with his hands, can run the ball, got deceptive speed, got deceptive power for Christian McCaffrey. The boy was bouncing off everybody out there. So, they got just as many good players as we got. So they're a good team. So,
they And that brother smooth too. We sure he ain't black because he got a lot of. I ain't seen
And then,
him.
but that, you know that white guy that grew up in the hood and everybody fuck with and shit like that. That's Christian
him.
McCaffrey.
Look a little
That's him. Only thing is, he didn't grow up in the hood. He grew up right here.
I know he did.
Yeah.
I know he did.
I'm just saying.
See, we're going to get Christian McCaffrey when he's washed up. When he's washed up with the 49ers, that's when we're going to grab him.
Yeah.
that's just to make that's going to be just to make his daddy happy.
Exactly. But yeah, good game. Shout out to them. GG's, motherfucker. We'll see y'all again. Hopefully.
Shout out to Facebook 49er friends, bro.
That's gonna be like a heavyweight fight. Like
the next
I love it, bro.
It's gonna be like a Colorado. It's gonna be like a Colorado game in September of this year.
I love it, bro. I love it. I love the fact that the Eagles and 49ers hate each other so much, along with the Eagles and Cowboys, along with the 49ers and Eagles. It makes for great theater. The motherfuckers y'all got to watch for with their suspect defense. Detroit is trying to slither their way in.
Man, Detroit got a gauntlet too. They about to catch these L's too, nigga. I ain't worried about that.
So who?
Hey, look, though. I'm going to tell you
they gonna catch them.
Oh no, you know what? We got.
This is why I like the AFC. We ain't got to stress about. We ain't got to stress about none of that.
No. See, nigga, because y'all next two games y'all should win.
We finna slide for the rest of the season. We finna relax for the rest of the season, minus possibly the Bills. Other than that,
that's some bullshit. See, my team's in the middle of the wild card chase, and we got to see the Chargers in Detroit.
But it's like this. It's like this though. When they get into the playoffs, it's a whole new fucking season because everybody do what they do in the playoffs. That's what we learned last year. I mean, we was dogging motherfuckers last year, and we didn't come home with the trophy. So you can do whatever the fuck you want to do, but when it comes to that playoffs, it's one loss and your ass is on the couch.
Okay, well, go ahead, Calvin. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, and we can, this is the last thing I'm gonna comment about the 49ers, the Eagles and 49ers. All year, like he said, those close games, Philly just break a nigga will. You know what I'm saying? Like, after a certain time, you don't want. Nobody wants it as much as they do. Like, and you saw that in the. They still was playing hard. Like that. It was one play in particular with Devontae. What's the wide receiver number 6? It was a long third down, and he was bouncing off people. Like, you don't. It's rare.
3rd and 19.
They don't.
The wide receiver screen on 3rd and 19.
They don't. They haven't came across a team that wanted it as much as they did until the night. That's all that was.
Yeah, they really wanted it, and you're right about that.
Wanted it because
also one thing that I think that was important. I saw Mariota come into the game for a hot second. I think from a mental aspect, and the Packers just scored another touchdown on the Chiefs. It's about to be 14-3 Green Bay. I think that it was important from a mental standpoint that Jalen Hurts finished that game. Yeah. Because it's almost like, okay, you knocked our quarterback out one game, so we're going to knock your quarterback out the next game. But Jalen Hurts said, no, I have to. I feel that was important for a mental aspect, saying, you know what? You're still going to have to see me again. You're still going to have to see me again. We are not to be trifled with. But let's transition now. We have two AFC people. We have two NFC people. Let's transition. Baby's crying.
Yeah. My time
she said,
almost up.
She said you got 3 AFC people in here.
Yes, he did. Let's transition to now. Let's transition to the playoff picture because now we're in December. This is something we're going to look at now every week. So AFC, Aaron is absolutely right. As of right now, Miami is number 1. Baltimore is number 2. Kansas City is number 3. Now, should Kansas City win this game, they will vault to number 1 based on tiebreaker with Miami. But they're losing right now.
Yeah,
they're losing right now.
Okay, Jacksonville is number 4 at 8-3. Pittsburgh, even with their losses, number 5. Cleveland with their losses, number 6. Indianapolis with their winners, number 7. On the outside looking in is Houston at 7-5, Denver at 6-6, Buffalo at 6-6. Aaron, we're the AFC heads.
Yeah,
you're straight. Your team is good.
That's what I was saying earlier. I'm like, we finna coast for the rest of the season.
Well, how do you think this wild card situation is going to pan out? Because your team is good. Hey, Kia. You say, hey, y'all. Hi. How you doing?
Hey, Kia. When it comes to wild card, when it comes to playoffs, I do my best not to make because like my man said earlier, the playoffs is a funny beast. It's even funnier than divisional games. You can get in there, you can be top dog all season. You eating everybody lunch, you bullying everybody, and you find your ass sitting at home first week. It's what it is. I can't call it. I wish I could. I don't have the heart to call it.
Okay, well, I will throw my 2 cents in the mix, okay? This is strictly me coming from a place of hope. I hope Pittsburgh falls the fuck off. I hope the Colts fall the fuck off and Houston and Denver just slide up in that bitch. Even though I would not shut the door on Buffalo. I would not shut the door on them. They're going to have a lot to say. I don't think they're going to have nothing to say about y'all division, but as far as the wild card goes, I think they're going to have a lot to say about that. Now, let's go to NFC. Sean, Calvin, y'all are the NFC people. Eagles still stand at number 1, 10-2. 49ers, Lions, 9-3. 4th seed Falcons, 6-6. Wild card, Dallas, 9-3. Minnesota, 6-6. Right now, the Rams would be the 7th spot at 6-6. On the outside looking in, you have Seattle, 6-6. Green Bay, they're playing right now. They're 5-6. And you have Tampa Bay and New Orleans, who are 5-7. Calvin, I'll start with you. How do you think the NFC picture is going to play out?
No different from last week when we talked about it. I think, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be the top crust is already, you know what I'm saying, it's already been baked, you know what I'm saying. Now, I hope we get in there because Bo's gone anyway, but he would have been fired tonight. I do hope we get in there. It's been set up for 2 weeks for 3 weeks for us to get in there. So I hope we sneak in there, and I think we probably could still make it. Like, we got Green Bay. Well, no, we're not. It's set up for us to win. We can. It's very feasible. Now, will they do it? I don't know. Because only one coming from the South out of that shit. Ain't nobody else coming out of that.
See, here's the thing. You can't be too sure about that because the 2 of the wild card spots have 6-6 records. So how do we know that the division winner won't come in? And then there's a second. We don't know that yet.
Right. Okay, yeah. I'm hoping we can make the playoffs and win the division for the 3rd year in a row. You know what I'm saying? And I give a shit about everything else. I mean, the Eagles, they have the number 1 seed. They not all that other shit been baked. Everything else is set in stone. It's just the South, for real.
I get that.
South, don't worry about it.
All right, well, Sean, NFC, what it do?
Who the 6-6 teams?
Atlanta.
Well, Atlanta's the division as a division winner, so they stand right now at number 4. But the wild card teams right now are Minnesota at 6-6 and the Rams at 6-6. On the outside looking in right now is Seattle 6-6. Green Bay 5-6. They're playing right now. They're up 14-3 on Kansas City. We don't know if that's going to hold. This is Patrick Mahomes we're talking about. And then we have Tampa Bay and New Orleans at 5-7.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see too much change around there. The only one that I really see sneaking in, like I said, because they're playing good football right now, would be the Rams. The Rams doing their thing. They might go ahead and steal a wild card. And to be honest, to be honest, if Green Bay can get in there, ain't nobody really talking about Green Bay. They fuck around and beat the Chiefs, they might be good too. You know what I'm saying? So because their division is not too strong neither. To be honest with you, as far as the teams that they got to play, and it all depends on the strength of schedule of what they got to play next, because that'll depend on.
Tom,
they got the Lions.
Forgive me.
They got the Lions.
Forgive me. No, hold on. Forgive me, y'all. Robert, you gonna sit here and put Denver done fell off? Look, motherfucker, we won our last 5 fucking games. We lose one goddamn game at the last second, and now we done fell off, and y'all lost to a 2-win team. Nigga, shut up. Thanks,
Robert.
Thanks for watching. Anyway, go ahead, Robert. Go ahead, Sean.
No, like I said, as long as you can stay healthy, the Rams are looking pretty good to come in. And again, so is the Packers. So around that time, anything can happen. It all depends on who they play and what you do as far as going forward. But as long as people keep playing their best football right now, I can really again see it being the Rams and the Packers sneaking in for that division. I mean, for the wild card spot.
I could see Green Bay sneaking in too.
Yeah,
especially if they win tonight. I could see that. I could see that.
There's still a lot of football left, though. You never know.
We still have 5 weeks left. We still have 5 weeks left.
So if the Chiefs lose tonight, what's their record?
They would be 8-4, and they would be in the 4th spot.
And y'all record is what?
Our record?
Yeah,
we're 6-6. Well, look, don't. Well,
I'm not trying to be funny.
No. I'm just saying. If we had a won today, then I would get in the concept of division talk. But we lost.
Okay,
we lost. Had we won today, and let's say the Chiefs lose tonight, we hold the tiebreaker over Kansas City now. That's not even
One thing, y'all on one hand, y'all say it's a lot of football left, and
5 weeks.
You be 2 games behind. So my question is, you be 2 games behind them, right?
Well, yes. I mean, if they lose, we'd be 2 games behind. Really, yeah, because we hold the tiebreaker. Yes, 2 games. Yes.
Okay. And y'all played them already.
We played them twice already. Yes.
Y'all played them twice already. Then y'all almost beat them one time. Didn't y'all beat them one time?
We did. We beat them the last time we played them. We hold the tiebreaker on them. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Calvin, shut the fuck up.
I'm just saying.
I know where you're trying to go with this.
I'm just saying. You can't say it's a lot of football left. Then say you said I'm the worst fucking team. I'm the worst fucking fan.
No. You know what, Calvin? I'm being like you. I'm being realistic, sir.
Okay. All right.
And shout out to my man. Shout out to my homeboy. I'm sorry. Shout out to my homeboy Vaughn. And when speaking of realistic fans, my homeboy Vaughn, one of my neighbors, he hit me up saying that he followed me. Shout out to my homeboy Vaughn. He's a Cowboys fan, but he's a realistic Cowboy fan. He came up to me and said, "You know what? Y'all, we ain't done shit since X." And I can deal with a realistic Cowboy fan. It's these out of touch motherfuckers who get on my nerves. Anyway, now look.
Cowboy fan said that to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That nigga ain't real.
Yeah.
No, Sean. He our age, bro. He our age. He said he know what the deal is. He know it's all about. He know it's all about money when it comes to Jerry Jones. And I said, well, when I be talking about the Cowboys, I be saying, what grade were you in the last Cowboys dungeon? He said, I agree. What can you say?
Right. Well, we'll see. I don't trust them.
That's my man next door, right?
No, that's not Lou. No, Lou is a Commanders fan.
Oh, okay.
Lou is a Commanders fan. But all right. So I'm gonna give each of our team schedules. I'm gonna start with you, Aaron, because I got the Dolphins schedule pulled up. You said y'all gonna coast, right?
Talk about the cakewalk.
Okay, so you got the Titans next at home, right? Got you. Then you got the Jets. Don't even worry about Aaron Rodgers.
Dead.
Got that. Now the last 3 games, get some competition. You got home to Dallas. And your last 2 games, you got at Baltimore. Could be for number 1 in the AFC. Then you got home to Buffalo to end the season.
Yeah.
You said a cake? That don't look like no cakewalk to me.
Nah, it's a cakewalk.
Last 5 games. Let me repeat. Last 5 games. Home to Titans, home to Jets, home to Cowboys, at Baltimore, home to Buffalo. So 4 of your next 5 games are at home. What you thinking?
They division games too, ain't it? Division games are hard.
Well, you only have
just Buffalo.
No, you have home to the Jets.
The Jets.
Yeah. Jets and Buffalo. Yeah. Jets is a cakewalk. I don't think that needs
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. I agree with you.
Neither do I after me keep picking them motherfuckers.
Yeah, like that's not really a discussion. Of the few that you mentioned, the only one that I would say is like what we refer to in spades as a pimp is Dallas. That's a one way or the other type game. That's it. And they're not somebody to sleep on.
It's at Miami. Y'all gonna beat them. It could have been
Flat
at Dallas.
Yeah,
I think y'all are
they're
better
not
than
somebody
them.
to sleep on, but they're not somebody
Y'all
to
are
keep
better
you
than
up at night tripping off what they got going on. So, like I
All
said,
that talk about Deron Bland, we saw what DK Metcalf did to his ass. I think y'all gonna beat them. I'm just being real. I'm being real. DK Metcalf ate that motherfucker lunch.
Oh, I believe you. I believe you. I just didn't think about that.
I'm just saying.
Now that you said it, I remember Michael Irvin. I've never seen nothing like this happen. Never in all my years. And I smoked a lot of goddamn crack in my life. And I ain't never been this high.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I don't need no pipe watching Blake.
No. To the comment that was made on YouTube, I heard that the Cowboys are the best offensive team right now. I'm going to leave this person nameless because we're not going to smoke this person. The Cowboys are the best offensive team because they play the worst teams in the NFL.
Oh, there can only be one man. Only one man to be so brazen. Go ahead, Brandon. If it's who I think it is it who do I know him?
I don't know. No, I don't know. You don't, actually, you don't know them.
Oh,
you don't.
This is
Your old brother. Oh, brother.
No,
Well, I mean, look, listen to me. I can't talk because all last year it was you got to play who's on your schedule. All we had was sorry teams, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But we see the Cowboys schedule at the end of the season going to tell a lot about who the Cowboys really are because they got some tough games coming up.
And speaking from the Philadelphia Eagles fan, I said I'm going to pull all of our schedules up. The Eagles' schedule is next. Next game is at Dallas. Then you have at Seattle. Then you finish the season with kind of a breeze. Well, even though one of these teams, they're all feisty teams. Christmas Day, Merry Christmas. You got the Giants at home, Merry Christmas.
Okay.
And then New Year's Eve, we have the Cardinals at home. Now the Cardinals are tough out. They're tough out. They are. Don't let their record deceive you. They've been tough all season. Now they got their man back. We saw they just went into Pittsburgh and beat them. And then you finish the season at the Giants. So you have at Cowboys. You have at Cowboys, at Seahawks, home the Giants, home the Cardinals, at the Giants to finish the season. How you thinking it's gonna finish?
Well, division games are always tough. You can't really brush off the Giants at the end of the season as potential victories because even though we've owned the Giants, I don't know for how long yet, we've handled our business with them. And like you said, and even I said it with the Cardinals, with Kyler Murray back, they have been playing good ball, especially their defense always been real tough too. But as far as the Cowboys game, we always split with them seemingly. So again, I can see that being a tough game, especially coming off of this game. Now we got to go play the Cowboys. But that's going to be a big game. That's definitely going to be a big game because it could potentially be a positive look for the number one seed, us having to fight uphill to get it because we would be tied with the 49ers if they were to win that. The Cowboys, I can see us finishing off strong and beating them because they got a rough schedule and ours is potentially easy. But the 49ers is the ones I really would be worried about if we were to drop the ball with the Cowboys.
If the Cowboys beat you next week and the 49ers win their game, that puts the Cowboys in first place. That puts y'all at the 5 spot.
I ain't worried about that.
And the 49ers at the 1 spot.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Please don't lose to the goddamn Cowboys next week because you think you're going to have to hear shit this week.
Yeah.
I know. I know. I'm just gonna go and hide, and you know how I do. I'm gonna turn off my electricity. Turn on some candles.
You ain't never lied. You better
send some pigeons out, shit like that, because I don't want to hear nothing from them. You know they come pop out of nowhere, them Cowboys fans. But just like the 49ers fans, they gonna get their victory today. They play their Super Bowl. You know the Cowboys really want to beat us next year, so they're gonna bring everything they got at their home. And then after that, it's like, regardless of what's going on, we already clinched. We in the playoffs. I don't see us not being able to go into anybody's house and beating them at their house. So it is what it is. Right now, we're just trying to make it to the playoffs healthy. That's all I care about right now.
Okay. Now, Calvin.
Yes, sir.
We're getting in the Tampa Bay schedule. You're in the thick of things with your NFC South division. Next game is a tail game in your division. At Atlanta, at Atlanta. Then you have at Green Bay versus Jacksonville, home to New Orleans, and at Carolina. Shit. I'm going to say this again because I got to run upstairs. My son is calling me. Y'all can hold it down. Where did Calvin go?
Calvin ain't even in here.
Yeah, I think, my man dropped.
Hold up. I got him.
He want that smoke. There you go.
I was going to say, where'd you go, bro? I was going to say, where'd you go?
No, I fucked up. I was trying to look up something on YouTube.
That nigga Ray's quitting.
No.
I was going to say, whoa.
No, what's my schedule again?
Your schedule is at Atlanta, at Green Bay, home to Jacksonville, home to New Orleans, at Carolina. Where do you think you guys will finish? My son is calling me. Y'all hold this down.
The first two are very winnable. The last two are very winnable. You know what I'm saying? So we have to finish strong to make the playoffs. But I just don't. I just got us just not. I think we'll win 3 of those games. You know what I'm saying? I just don't got us doing what we got to do, man. Like this, and it's not because I'm rooting against my team, but that's what we've been doing all year. We lost to the Colts. We lose games. We've been losing games that we supposed to win all year. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I was looking up something. He said he didn't know how long they own the Giants. Whatever that head coach was for the Giants that benched Eli Manning that year, y'all have owned since then. Y'all have had the Giants' ass in a deep freezer in the basement, and twice a year y'all take it out a day early and then come home from work and spank it and then put it back. That's how long that shit is. But we played Atlanta. That's a winnable game. We should be able to win that game. You know what I'm saying? It came down to the wire last year. We've been losing, aside from the Giants. I think not the Giants, the Lions and Philly. Every game we've lost has come down to a lot of them come down to the last fucking drive. But we don't have, again, without our interior running game and able to stop the run, you are in trouble in the National Football League. So I leave
especially near the end of the season. The end of the season when it starts getting cold and that weather start really becoming a factor.
Mm-hmm.
You need a good run. You need a good run game to keep that thing sustainable.
Bob McAdoo, that's his name.
Bob McAdoo, yeah. What he the special teams coach from fucking the Patriots?
More like special ed. That's what
it was Ben McAdoo, wasn't it?
Ben McAdoo, yeah.
Yeah, Ben McAdoo.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's how that go. But anyway,
I'm back. Anyway.
Oh, okay. All
right.
He wanted to say what's up.
What up, Roman?
What up, dude?
What's up, Roman? Let me hold $1.
Say no.
No. Boy, you tight like your daddy.
Hello.
Facts.
Tight like your daddy.
You heard me?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead back up there. All right.
But yeah, when you was gone, Sean tried to tell me my team was going undefeated. I told him no, Brandon.
That's a damn lie.
Hey, look, if they went undefeated, then Baker would get a max contract. I promise you that. And I guess we should finish with my team schedule. We have the Chargers next. We're at the Chargers. And then we have, let me see, the Detroit Lions. If I'm not mistaken, yes. At the Chargers, at the Lions, home to the Patriots, and then home to the Chargers, and then at the Raiders. My team is firmly entrenched in the playoff position. 14-6, Green Bay over Kansas City. Just keeping an update. But I guess I should be the first one to say how I think my team is going to finish.
Go ahead.
I think we're going to beat the Chargers, who invent ways to lose. Upset pick right now. We will beat the fucking Detroit Lions in Detroit. You heard me, right?
I hope so.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree with that, but I love the enthusiasm.
You a piece of shit for saying and then disagree with that.
You know it ain't none but love, but I'm trying to calculate in my brain how 3 interceptions equates to
game.
beating.
One game.
You're right. You're absolutely correct.
One game.
Yeah. No.
So I think
maybe my mind just isn't wrapping around it. But yeah,
it's not.
I think his question is,
your mind is there. You see it? You see your mind? You see your mind floating out there?
I think it's
out there.
I think his question is how many interceptions you think Russell Wilson need to win it.
There you go. That's the right question. How many interceptions y'all need to like almost not lose?
I don't know. How many interceptions does Baker fucking Mayfield need to not lose?
Hey, nigga, that's your boy. I'm talking about what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying I think y'all can win the game. You the one that said all we needed was 2 interceptions. Who the fuck needs 2 interceptions?
I tell you what, I understand where you're coming from because a game like today, like I said, I watched this game from start to finish. I'm not sure if any of you guys did.
Mm-hmm.
And we had the opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
I just, I don't like the fact that we have to get down for us to start, pushing the ball downfield. But it is what it is. I think we will beat the Chargers next week. I'm taking it one game at a time. So I'm saying my upset pick. That is my upset pick, but I think we'll beat the Chargers. And then we'll get to Detroit when Detroit gets there. So bottom line is, okay, Sean, Aaron, y'all teams are in the playoffs. Y'all are going to be in the playoffs. Period. Yeah. No question. Calvin, do you think the Bucs are going to make the playoffs?
Should they and are they two different things? We should, but are we? I don't think so. I don't think so. We lose. We've been, like I was saying while you was gone, we lose games. This year and last year we lose games that we should win. Every game except for, like I said again, every game except for I think Detroit and Philly. A lot of games we lost came down to like the final possession. It comes down to coaching. And like I say our two teams are our records are different, but we're in the same position. We have winnable games.
We absolutely are.
We have winning games on our ahead of us that could take us where we need to go. You made the comment about your team, why y'all have to be down before y'all can be up. Where on the bright side, on the other side, you can look at it. Y'all are making the right adjustment. Y'all making the right adjustments versus, you know what I'm saying? Because if you're down and you stay down, you ain't do shit. So
True.
If you stay down, if you're down and then you fight back in it, then you adjusting to, you know what I'm saying? And teams like that are very dangerous because they be down a lot, and so it's not a kind of like what the Eagles do. The Eagles been down a lot this year, and they have not even they don't break a sweat. I'm not saying I'm not comparing them talent wise and nothing like that, but like you have pointed out, the moment has not been too big for them,
right?
But that's translating to wins. Y'all have been down and y'all have been able to fight back. My team not so much. We have been up and then go down.
I called Sean at the halftime of the game, and I said, "Oh, y'all got him right where y'all want him." So I get it totally.
So I don't think we should. I hope we do, but will we? Right now, how I feel right now, after a nail bite against the 1-17 fucking Food Line shopping carts, I don't think we're going to win. I don't know. It'll come down to coaching, man. Tabo, he's too laid back. Everybody feel like their job is secure. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, it's okay. Get burnt 4 times. Hey, man, how's it paying? No, you got to. He don't light a fire underneath these people, man. He don't. And I'm all for. You know what I'm saying? I love when we had a black coach. You know what I'm saying? I think we'd have had more black coaches than anybody. You know what I'm saying? But damn, Bowles, you just a better coordinator, brother. That's all. Like, he wasn't even supposed to been there. He was there. He got promoted to placate. What's his name? But no, we're not going there.
With my team, I don't know. I have to take it by week basis because we don't control our own destiny. See, if we controlled our own destiny, if we had won today, we would pretty much control our own destiny, and that's not the case now. So now I don't know. And that could be the case if we win in a couple of games, but I don't know.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I would like to think we're going to make the playoffs, but let's put it this way. We have to win next week.
Mm-hmm.
We have to win next week.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's true for everybody sitting on this podcast, in one way or another.
Yeah.
Well, again, Miami and Philadelphia are in. They're going to be in.
No. They They need to. They're trying to hold on to their number one position. They need to win next week.
No, they do. And I know right now, Aaron is the biggest cheesehead right now. He is the biggest cheesehead right now because he want to hang on to that number one spot.
Facts.
Even if it's just for a fucking week.
Because tell me the last time, like, don't get me wrong, being a Miami fan is cool. We got solid schedules, but tell me the last time I cannot tell you, since being a fan, the last time we were in the playoffs without having to go through the hunt. I can't tell you. I could tell you. Do you want to know? Well, yeah, I know you could. So sitting at number one right now is surreal beyond belief. And I hope, and this is the first time in a long time that we've had superstars that are not just financial holes. They are not just prostitutes that we pulled off the street to make our team look good. I'm telling you right now, we have had a lot of thoughts on the team, some cats that we gave contracts to, but I ain't gonna go into a diatribe about it. But
you're right.
You are absolutely right.
Aaron, speak your mind, bro.
We just need to keep on winning. It doesn't matter if, hey, we lose 1 or 2. I would prefer we go 6-6 with our next 6 games. Go for it.
Do you count Sue as one of those women of the night?
100%.
What about Rothenberg? What about Culpepper? No, I agree with you. I agree with you. No, hey, listen, I ain't trying to.
He was throwing that thing back for money. Like, listen, man. Like,
what about Culpepper and Ocho?
Yes, and
Ocho didn't even make the team, bro.
He
didn't even make it out the preseason.
Oh, he headbutted his way out of there. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, he make a point. I never thought about it like that.
I'll give you another example. How about Jay Cutler?
Jay Cutler.
That's sorry. Piece of shit. Yes.
Yeah.
I like Jay Cutler, man. He just was
How could you?
Nigga, man.
How could you? I'm about to disconnect you from this fucking show.
Hey, go ahead, nigga. You call me.
Jay Cutler was horrible.
I'm not saying I ain't say he was successful. I just like the way he threw the ball. I thought he had a good ass.
You know who Jay Cutler was? Jay Cutler was Jeff George. He was Jeff George reincarnated.
Nasty. That is. Ooh.
He was Jeff George reincarnated. Awesome arm, no winning intangibles. The Dolphins signed him for a year. You know why? Because they had Brandon Marshall at the time. That's it.
Mm-hmm. But the Dolphins, I think in 2008 they had already
Jay Cutler wasn't their quarterback. That was Chad Pennington.
No.
Wildcat year.
God,
yeah, no, I'm talking about what's the year when they did lose to the Ravens, but I think they had earned their playoff.
That was 08. That was 08.
Yeah. I'm talking when he said the last time they didn't have to fight for it. They didn't have to, like, it didn't come down to the wire. Y'all record was like 10-6.
No, they won the division that year. That was the year that Brady got
hurt.
Yes,
that's exactly right.
And that was the year that Favre was a Jet.
Yes.
The Dolphins had Pennington. They finished 11-5.
Yeah.
And they hosted. That's the last time Miami hosted a playoff game. They lost to the Ravens, but that was the year they had Ronnie Brown and Ricky Williams doing all that Wildcat shit.
Right.
And they went to the playoffs, but they didn't win. The Dolphins haven't won a playoff game since 2000.
I understand that. Last year they didn't host a playoff game?
No, they were at Buffalo.
They were at Buffalo. Okay, all right. Okay. All right, I get it. I remember one year them boys went 10-6 and they make the playoff. I think Dave Wisenhunt was their coach. I thought they had a good ass team that year. Dave Wisenhunt, what's his name? He had a big ass mustache.
I think you may be because in 2016 the Dolphins did go 10-6 and they made the playoffs. They lost to Pittsburgh in the first round. I think you may be confusing them with the 2007 Cleveland Browns. They were 10-6 and they didn't make the playoffs.
I'm telling you, Dave Wisenhunt was the head coach of the Browns. It won't last. The Dolphins. It won't last year. This was in the early 2000s. They went 10-6 and didn't make it.
The Cleveland Browns, bro.
It won't the Dolphins?
No, Cleveland Browns. Braylon Edwards in them.
Jeff
Garcia was their quarterback.
Okay. All right.
Either way, as I was saying, we win the next 6 out of 6 games so that we can stay number one more than anything.
Well, you know,
again,
again,
one reason I don't want to predict the playoffs is one, I don't want to jinx myself because, like you said, that year that we did go, we got smacked in the mouth by Pittsburgh and we had to go sit down at home and watch everybody else play. So my biggest thing right now is like, listen, just hold number one. take these next 6 games, actually develop a serious like game plan, fix our holes, get this man Tua to actually become a sniper, not just a machine gunner. And I think we'll have a decent low. That's my personal opinion of the young man. Again, absolutely love him. I would love to go into deep dive about it, but you know,
nigga, I'm a deep dive about this.
I got baby.
I hope
daddy
y'all
duty.
finish number 2. I hope y'all finish number 2 so we can finish at number 7 because we need to see y'all again, nigga. We ain't forgot about 70 points. Okay?
Yeah.
We ain't forgot about 70 points.
Y'all shouldn't. Y'all absolutely.
We ain't gonna
shouldn't.
forget about it.
Absolutely shouldn't.
I ain't gonna say y'all. I ain't gonna say we're gonna beat y'all. But
I know
you ain't gonna score 70. You ain't gonna score 70. You might score 69, but you ain't gonna score 70.
Hey, Brandon.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, Brandon.
Yeah.
Hello. I apologize, man. It won't Wisdom Hunt. His name was Dave Wanstead.
Dave Wanstead. There
and
you
in
go.
2003,
they look alike.
And in 2003, they went 10-6 and did not make the playoffs.
2003, they did.
I'm looking at the bracket right now.
Who the fuck made the playoffs in the AFC in 2000? I know the Patriots won the Super Bowl that year.
The bracket. Let me see. In the AFC, you had the number 1 seed was New England. Number two was Kansas City. Number 3 was Indy. Number 4 was Denver. Number 5 was Tennessee. Then you had Baltimore. And let me see. That's it.
6 teams then. 6 teams. Just 6 teams. Okay. All right. Well, fair point. Cool. Damn, I didn't realize that. That's crazy. Dave Wanstead. That's right. Dave Wanstead.
Yeah.
Okay. Sean, again, your team is not in danger of missing the playoffs. Where do you think you guys will finish? You think you'll still finish number 1?
I don't see any other scenario for real. I mean, as long as we can handle business in Dallas, all the rest of them junks, we should be able to control. Dallas will really be our only test. But like I said, we wouldn't have our destiny in our own hands if we lose to Dallas. We would need the 49ers to actually take a L, and also Dallas to take a L as well. But I looking at Dallas' schedule and looking at ours, I can see us overcoming them if anything. But it would just be the 49ers that we would really have to worry about.
Yeah, as far as the division goes, I don't believe that y'all, even if y'all lose to Dallas, I still think that y'all will win because the gauntlet that y'all just went through, Dallas has to go through now.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's tough. That's a tough gauntlet to go through as well at the end of the season, having to go into the playoffs too for the Cowboys. Because to really be honest with you, they fuck around and keep losing all them games in the gauntlet. They might not even make them on the playoffs for real.
Who?
The Cowboys. Motherfuckers so worried about they ain't making it. I said if they fuck around and lose all them games, they might not make it. I'm not saying they ain't gonna make the playoffs. Of course, I'm just saying because they got to go through a rough schedule too, and they've been cakewalking it the whole year playing who they playing. So it is what it is. I don't really but like I said, they're still a good team, so I can see them winning some of those games, but I can see them losing more games than us losing games going forward near the end. So I'm not really worried too much about the Cowboys. So, I mean, and like I said, again, even if we were to come in the wild card, I don't see us not being able to go to anybody's house and winning in the playoffs. So it is what it is with me. I'm just worried about motherfuckers going into the playoffs healthy. That's it.
Yeah, I'm looking at the 49ers schedule. Their next game, they have home to the Seahawks. The Seahawks are on life support right now. Then you have at the Cardinals, feisty game. Not saying they're going to lose, feisty. Mm-hmm. Then you have home to Baltimore, who's going to be playing for a number 1 seed, they damn self. That's going to be a game.
That's going to be a good game.
That's going to be a good-ass game. At Washington. And then their last game of the season is at the Rams. The Rams could easily be playing for a
wild card spot.
A wild card spot. Yeah.
So so basically your point is they playing a lot of desperate hungry teams.
Hey, Sean, you just told Kyle, fuck you, leave me alone.
Yeah.
all that shit came up here, bro. Because you know Kyle is 49er die.
Yeah, I know he's a big 49er fan. He been in my inbox talking shit. So
shout out, Kyle. Shout out, brother.
He won this go round, but you know what I'm saying? it's all good that they got their little victory back. We put their quarterback out and shit like that.
Kyle
So
live out in Tampa too. He live out in Tampa.
Yeah, they want to show that they the big old bad 49ers. You know, fuck them. We gonna see them again when we in the playoffs, bro. I ain't worried about it.
Yeah, the 49ers schedule looks very favorable as opposed to you guys, the Cowboys, and even the Lions, because the Lions have the Bears next week, and the Bears played them. The Bears should have beat them the first game. So then they have us, and I'm going on upset pick. We're gonna beat them. Now, watching the prediction league, I picked the Lions to win because I picked Houston to win today. So just watch. But anyway, fellas, our 2 hours is almost up. So
it's been 2 hours?
Damn, yeah, man.
God damn.
Yeah, man. Time flies when you're having fun, brother.
Yeah, I guess.
Time flies when you're having fun. So Sports Plus Life, the next episode will be on Tuesday. If I can have these guys here, Sean, Calvin, know you're gonna be here. Aaron, if you want to be here, if you could, absolutely would love it. We will definitely go over the rest of the Sunday night game and the Monday night game. We'll talk more about this NFL, NBA action to discuss, and we can talk more about Diddy's dirty money. Diddy's dirty money. Diddy, what you do, Sean? Do it again. Do it again. Take that.
Take that.
We talk more about
Take
Diddy's
that.
dirty
You can't say that no more because he was taking it.
Well, all right, I tell you what. Let's give the audience a preview of what we have to talk about when it comes to Diddy's dirty money. Sean, I'll start with you. More lawsuits have come.
Oh yeah, I seen it. You want me? I thought you.
Yeah, I want you to comment on the shit.
I thought you was listening. I thought I didn't know you was about to say something else. Oh yeah.
Hey, I wasn't looking. I thought he got you, Sean.
I thought that nigga was frozen or some shit. Yeah, a lot of shit coming out about Diddy. Of course, he got to drop a lot of his businesses, a lot of places that he was head of. He got to get rid of to try to protect those assets. Yeah. And I mean, it's all, with that industry, all the people got secrets, but a lot of the times they really don't come out or say anything, just basically fearing of what may potentially happen to them. And really all it really takes is like one domino to really take effect before everybody else starts falling behind once they see it's been weak. So like I said previous, Diddy in for a hell of a 2024. I can tell you that much, bro. So it's a terrible situation that man in, but he put himself in there. When you above people and you treat people the way you treat, sooner or later that shit gonna come out. And man, hey, here we go.
Aaron?
Right out. Yeah, it's a tough situation. Me personally, I think it's the Cosby effect. Not to get too deep into it. Some have happened. Yeah, because some have happened with everything. Who knows? And Diddy ain't the only fish. He just the biggest one in this whole thing. He ain't the only one getting called out.
He ain't the big. No,
he ain't the biggest one. I can promise you that.
I don't think he's the biggest one. He's just the most available one right now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's Mark Brooks.
Calvin.
That's
a big $1 billion fish.
Yeah, and he right. I was about to do something to be funny, but I'm gonna tell you something. I'm like, okay. The All About the Benjamin song, I was ready to play it, and you can't find the shit on YouTube Music. You can find you can find the instrumental. Ain't that a bitch? They move fast.
Yeah.
You can't find the shit. But okay, Diddy. You just hear so many stories about the dude. Like he said Bill Cosby fan. I get that in the aspect, like, when there's sharks in the water. I think, if I'm interpreting it right, what I'm saying, when there's a weakness, they pounce. You know what I'm saying? But there's so many different stories through the years about how funny this cat been moving. It's stuff coming in like now, but if you watch a lot of like YouTube videos and interviews with people that like work with him and did this and did that, you can't help but don't think the dude did none of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm innocent till proven guilty all the time, but come on, man. Like once he stepped down from Revolt, he did the same thing I think Russell Simmons
Russell
did.
Simmons.
For,
Mhm.
He stepped like so. I have to find out. He steps down as CEO. But what does he? But I don't think he just cut ties. But you know, they do the wealthy and the powerful. They do that to try to like go underground, so to speak. He'll be in Thailand or India for the next 2 years or whatever. But damn, man, Jesus Christ, did it? Take that. I've heard so many like sick stories about dude like just being a asshole, not even just being greedy, just being a sick person, man. Like, and I said this before, and I say this again. Did we learn nothing from R. Kelly? You know what I'm saying? Like
R.
all
Kelly
that stuff.
R. Kelly about to look like an after school special when it comes to
Yeah,
this. Man.
yeah, he about to like he about to look like a something else. But yeah, he when I say R. Kelly, I mean like you've heard so many stories and like the writing was on the wall for so long, for decades. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. And at the end of the day, we always that stuff. What happens in the dark comes to light.
Yeah, R. Kelly about to look like Schoolhouse Rock when it comes to this nigga. Let me just give you guys a quick story that I saw on this website.
That's about to be the best. That's about to be the best prison concert ever. Well, go ahead.
I'm fucking weak. What if he locked up with Suge Knight?
Oh man. Oh man. Hey shit. Hey, you let them tell it. He ain't got nothing to worry about. He the real Suge.
Suge Knight already said if he get locked up with me, I ain't gonna have him give me head, but he gonna be cleaning toilets.
Did he say that for real?
Yes, I'm serious. Yes.
Oh man.
That's terrible.
Well, he's still a wealthy man, so he ain't gonna be doing a bunch of nothing. Because one thing you need in prison, you gonna need if you got money, shit.
Yeah, I mean, you got the juice. I mean, look, Suge Knight has a podcast and he's locked up. So Suge got some juice somewhere.
Yeah. How the fuck you in jail with a podcast? That's wild as hell to me.
Hey, listen,
America.
I seen a prison
TikTok.
I seen a prison photo. The nigga had a German Shepherd.
No, bro. This nigga has a weekly podcast. He's in jail.
That's the wildest shit ever to me, nigga.
Yeah.
I don't know. We might need to go over there so we steal some ideas. I wonder what the hell they talking about. Who he have on there?
Well, look, this website called The Sauce, and a kid had put me onto this a couple days ago, and I watched it last night. This singer who's in the industry, she didn't give out her identity, and she said that she told a story of where it was 1994, where her and a couple of her friends were looking. They were real good singers, looking to get on, and they went to one of Diddy's parties. So they partied for about 3-4 hours, got fucked up, had some drink, had some smoke, whatever. And then Diddy and his boy, I think his name Andre Harrell, who's now dead, asked them to come down to this basement. And the girl said her and her friends went down to the basement, and the basement was pitch black, dark. There was nothing but candles lit. And they started asking her, how do you want to be successful? What would you be willing to do to be successful? How far would you be willing to go to be successful? And they said, teenage chicks, they like, yeah, we'd be willing to do anything to be successful. So they said they sat down on the floor, dark room, nothing but candles lit. And they said Diddy and his boys started chanting this strange language. And then she said, then the room got cold, ice cold. She said, so cold where you could see your breath. And she said she started feeling really uncomfortable, and to the point where she couldn't move. But she was able to move her head and turn around and look at Diddy boy. And he had a look in his eyes, and their voices did not sound the same as when it was at the party. So she said she got scared and she started just praying. She said she started just praying, not out loud, but she started praying in her head. And she said the more that she started praying, she said she could felt them getting irritated with her to the point where Diddy just screamed, "Get out, get out." And she got up. She said she didn't even look at her homegirl. She said, fuck it. She just went upstairs and grabbed her coat and went to exit. But she said when she went to exit the party, everybody at the party was just looking at her. Strange look. And she said after that, huh?
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
And she said after that, it was a couple of nights later when she said when she was in her apartment and she went to sleep, she said her apartment got ice cold while she was sleeping. And she said she didn't know if she was dreaming or not. She felt like it was hands holding her down and she couldn't get loose. Mm-hmm. And she said she just started praying in her dreams again. And she said she went to her grandmother, who was super religious, and said, it was demons trying to get your soul. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How do you guys, and we will continue this on the episode on Tuesday. Aaron, how do you respond to that?
I'm gonna save my response for next time because I got some Bible verses to speak over that straight up. But the best, and this is I never want anybody to feel like I'm a victim shamer or anything like that. But you play stupid games, you get stupid choices, child or not, and it's sad that somebody had to go through that. But at the end of the day, some of these people, especially like you mentioned, these people have been in the news for multiple things over time. In R. Kelly's case, it wasn't that he was just in the news. My man was in the newspaper about his marriage to an underage young lady.
Hold on, A Boogie. The only thing I'll say to that is that when this story happened, the lady said this was 1994. So
last time I checked, newspapers was still popping off, and you can still talk to TMZ and everybody else. So at the end of the day, it sucks that happened. It sucks that she went through that. I hope she learned her lesson. But I'm gonna save my Bible verses for next week, or excuse me, for Tuesday.
Okay, Sean, Sean, we was about there, bro. You know how it is.
Oh, you already know how I feel about it. I would have stiff armed the shit out of Diddy and ran up the steps of my dad. I wouldn't have need to pray, goddammit. I would have stiff armed the hell out of that nigga and ran up the steps. As soon as they started chanting, I'm like, oh no, nigga, I'm out of here, bro. But yeah, she did right. She did right. She got up out of that situation because some things, man, ain't really worth it, bro. Like come on now. When you start talking some shit that I don't know, it ain't no but candles, and we sitting down like this ain't no meditation going on up at this motherfucker. Y'all on some sick shit. I'm about to get the fuck out of here before y'all bring the goats out.
Man, you ain't never lied. And Sean, I mean, I can say this. Me and Sean were just about there. It was what we were supposed to be B2K's competition. What competition would we have? We would have to have gone through to do that?
None, nigga, because I ain't doing none of that shit.
Nigga, ain't no booty. Never mind. Calvin, go ahead, bro.
You ain't fucking me.
I've heard a lot of, like I said,
I'm not fucking nobody.
Ain't nobody trying to fuck you, Sean.
Hey, somebody was gonna fuck me.
Hey, look. I've heard a lot of stories throughout the years about Diddy, and I'm just being honest. Out of all the stories I've ever heard, the stuff she just said does not fit. It just sounds like some fabricated shit to me. Like I'm
gonna send you the link, Calvin. I'm gonna send you the link.
Okay, yeah, you do that because that don't sound like the shit.
I'm gonna send you the link, bro. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send you the link right now.
Man, that's all in that world, bro. That's all the type of shit in that world. That's all the motherfuckers do.
It really is, bro.
All right, and she got.
But
I believe those type of things exist, but those type of circumstances you gotta wait. Come on now, they don't.
Because
if you don't sell your soul up front, what can they do with you?
I got you. That shit just don't make sense to me. That's all.
It makes sense because if you don't want to be part of their secrets, they just put you out. I mean, they can't go around just fucking killing everybody that don't want to be part of their situation.
That is true. You can't kill everybody.
You can't kill everybody.
You can't. Well, so what? So, like that was my opinion. I just don't think that is true. Now, the shit I heard about the other shit with the Jaguar lady and what the bodyguard said and what his wife that died left for somebody to find once they find that phone. And what he did to that singer dude, Chris Williams, I believe all that. I mean, if you heard, it just don't fit the MO. You know what I'm saying? Like, what
exactly doesn't fit the MO?
Well, what you was talking about as far as like some demonic spiritual type shit, Diddy not that complicated. Diddy is he's a sexual deviant. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is, and he's greedy. You know what I'm saying? Like this, like why pick her?
Sure that's it? You just leaving it at sex.
Y'all ask me my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't think the bullshit you just read me is true. You can send me the link.
I just sent it to you.
Okay. All right. I'm not defending the nigga. It's just don't, you know what I'm saying? That's
the spiritual shit just don't fly with you. I get it, bro.
No, not with me. It just don't fit with what he be doing.
You
what?
Don't know
sitting in the circle,
do you know Puffy personally?
Do you know him? I know him just as much as you do.
You don't know. I could have talked to this nigga.
You probably could. you probably could, Brandon. But that's.
I mean, let's just put it this way.
I'm just being honest with you. I know you found the link and the shit sounded good. This shit don't make no fucking sense to me.
Well,
that's my opinion.
I tell you what. You watch the link. You make your own choice from it.
I just did, but okay. All right, I'll watch it. Okay.
He said, "Nigga, I don't believe in it, nigga. You can send whatever you want to send, nigga."
That's cool.
Now we sending links. I can send you some links to some shit that the nigga.
No, I mean that's cool.
Okay then. So once I send you, go ahead.
No, yeah, y'all send the links. I'm gonna bring the Bible verses. If we talking about demons and candles and.
There you go. All right.
So last question. Did y'all see T.I.'s son?
I saw a title about it. I guess they were beefing or something like that, but I didn't look into it.
You talking about after he got choked out, or are we talking about him getting choked out?
All of the above.
You know, I ain't paying attention after that because I don't want to hear no loudmouth, spoiled motherfucker talk about they stand on business, ain't been nowhere. So
exactly.
Whatever.
Exactly.
I know.
We here.
I can speak for myself. All I gotta say is about goddamn time. This little Kermit the Frog looking nigga been running around the internet for the last couple of years, acting like he's motherfucking NBA young boy. And we know, we've watched you grow up. You know what I'm saying? Didn't they have a reality show in a 7 to 8 room mansion? And you in the band though. You standing on business. Now you in the way of business, nigga. You don't. What are you doing? We know you. Now ask me. You ask me if I know Puffy. Ask me, do I know this nigga? Go ahead, please. Ask me. Go ahead.
Do you know this nigga?
Fuck yeah, I know that little dumbass nigga, man. We watched the nigga grow up since he was 6 years old. His name King. You know what I'm saying? We know the nigga. You talking like he wanted to be. His argument was, I always wanted to go to grandma's house. Have you seen it? They posted a picture of his grandma's house.
Grandma's house in the suburbs too, ain't it?
You think my point is? You think T.I.
exactly?
T.I. got his mama still living in the fucking projects? Get the fuck out of here, boy.
Right.
Get the fuck out. You lucky it was your daddy that choked you up because the next nigga ain't gonna play with you.
Yeah.
Go on out there.
And these are reasons why I advocate for being able to spank your children. That's all I'm gonna say. And maybe that's partly T.I. and Tiny's fault. Because when you always have things to do involving money, maybe you don't put your kids to the priority that you need to put them at.
Man, but we all strive to be able to spoil our children, and they did that. He's just another ungrateful. He's a teenager. Teenagers and toddlers are bad people. If you ever had one, then you know. You know what I'm saying? Now, to one degree or another, that varies from child to child. But he's just another. Every teenager thinks the world owed him something. He's no
absolutely.
He's no different. You know what I'm saying? He's
wrong.
No different.
Absolutely.
So he just got to be reeled in, or what's gonna happen is, it's sad to say, I don't know what will happen, but what could fix that is a great ass whooping. And I ain't talking about
ass whooping.
I mean, I'm talking about one of them ass when you somewhere where you're not supposed to be. You remember in school when somebody thought they was sweet? I remember this girl. She was in everybody's face. Her name, I ain't gonna say her name because she probably married now or whatever. But she used to run her mouth to everybody in high school. And I remember like sophomore year, when I tell you this one girl beat the shit out of this girl. Oh man, that girl had no more problems for the rest of her high school career. Like you would never even know she was there. That's what he probably need. He just need a little tuning up. You know what I'm saying? Because he thinks shit's sweet. That's all.
What irritates me most about him is that he gets offended when somebody says he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. You was born in a silver spoon in your mouth, and you want to be a hood nigga?
I wish I had a damn silver spoon in my mouth, nigga. Goddamn it.
You dumb.
Yeah. My spoon was
you
plastic.
Stupid. Exactly. Yeah.
That shit come with the fork and the napkin and the salt and pepper in the bag.
All in the plastic.
I ain't gonna say, hey, look, I don't. If yeah, exactly.
And you better not throw the shit in the trash, neither.
You bet not. We washing that plastic bag, nigga. That's going in the drawer, nigga.
You're right. Especially if it was clear plastic.
But that's on brand with the culture these days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I ain't gonna say these days, but forever. Like it's not cool to be smart. It's not cool for your parents to have money. You know what I'm saying? It's not cool to have any type of morals or self-respect about yourself if you're a female. You know what I'm saying? It's just all program. It's just online with it's just online with the programming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, just think about it. He got to be a plumb fool to think we don't know no better. Either he don't know no better, or he dumb enough to think we don't know no better. Like, nigga, your whole life was on TV. You know what I'm saying? Honey Boo Boo is more gangster than you is. I'm serious.
That nigga said Honey Boo Boo.
Well, here's the thing about it, though, Calvin. You said he probably don't know no better because you just said it. His whole life has been on TV, so he probably thinks that's how it's supposed to be.
Hey, I'm a quote one of your favorite shows, Brandon. Do him like Leon Washington and drop that nigga off in the projects like he did and say, "Oh yeah,
Still rocks. Money. That's what they do around
here." Get your ass in the car.
Goodbye. Still rocks. Tell them to Washington stay what's up. Still rocks. That's what they do around here. You don't have a clue. First of all,
your mama and your daddy rich.
That's what I say. You mad when a nigga say you was born with a silver spoon in your mouth, yet you get to go on field at a Falcons game, then go into their most expensive booth at the stadium. And you mad because you was born with a silver spoon in your mouth? Shut the fuck up.
You know what the other sad reality could be? He surround himself with niggas. He surround himself with friends trying to be like them, and they lead him down.
The yes mob,
man. Some real gangsters, you know, because that's the game right there. If you from that world, and you find somebody who's trying to be from that world, you just show them a little shit, make them feel like that, and you got access to their world.
Yeah.
And so, but once you get them into some shit in your world, once you get some shit in your world, like you ain't even know.
Yeah,
it happens a lot.
He want the yes men, man. Look,
he's no different from. It's a lot of. I'm telling you, it's a lot of kids just like that, man. He's no different. He's not a special case. You know what I'm saying? It's just he on TV and his daddy is famous and his mama famous. His mama been famous for his daddy. You have generational wealth, man. It's no your spoon is silver to the core, and you probably don't even have.
It's silver with gold glitter.
And you damn sure ain't got to wash it, and you damn sure probably don't have to hold it yourself. Calm down, man.
Exactly.
Make you know. Hey, you say what you want about Jaden Will. Them kids ain't running around toting guns.
No
shit. That little boy a little strange, but he ain't running around. You know what I'm saying? He like a little alien. He's strange, but he ain't doing that shit. No, he's standing on business. He's standing on business. Like this nigga say he's
standing on business, all right.
What business? The business of making yourself like a fucking fool. And you in Atlanta, the home of the scammers. You wait, go ahead.
Anyway, fellas, look, we done gave away a quarter of the podcast on Tuesday tonight. Don't worry, we got way more where that come from. Aaron, you bring your Bible verses. Sean, we are going to finish up this week of football and see where everything stands. And Calvin.
Yo.
Show your face next time, nigga.
Okay. hey, Keith, we got one, baby. I couldn't have did it without you, man. Thank you for your support.
I'm fucking. Hey, Keith, bring your ass on here. Tony, 2. It's Cowboys Eagles week, baby.
Oh yeah,
okay?
Let's get it.
I'm gonna stay away because I ain't trying.
No.
I might.
That was
see how that one go.
No.
Business is picking up. It's almost
business,
like
what did JR used to say on WWF? Business is picked up.
God damn it, Stone Cold, you son of a bitch! No,
Business has just picked up.
Man, they used to give my boy
No.
JR. They used to give my boy JR stroke every Monday night.
Yeah. It's Cowboys. Hey, look, and again, it's December football. There's no better football week, no better football month than December football, because now we find out where everything is going to plant themselves. We got 2 weeks in January now, but December football, yes. So anyway,
we find out who a lion and who a lamb.
Hey,
exactly.
Come on now.
Exactly. Come on now. So anyway, for Sean, for Calvin, for Aaron, this Sports Plus Life, baby. Thank you for tuning into the stream. We will see y'all on Tuesday.
All right, my niggas. All right, y'all.
Hey.
All right, Keith. Thank you, Keith. I love you, man.